Welcome back to the 10 Lines Podcast. I'm your boy, Jalani Lion. Full disclosure, the reason why I got these shades on, the reason why I'm Darius is sitting in my seat is because I got a terrible case of an ear infection. I was in the ER a few days ago, and I was fighting for my life. So we here. I was like debating whether I was going to even do this episode or not. But I was like, there's too much momentum going on. I promised my boy Darius that we was going to come through for the episode. I could. He came all the way from Albany, held it down. So we here. In case I start dying over here, Darius, this episode is yours. Take it. The show is yours for this episode, and take it and run with it. I'm your boy Jalani Lion. This is episode 26. In this episode, we will be discussing 10 Lines Podcast versus No Fugazi Podcast. Kendrick Lamar, new surprise GNX album. Future and Metro Boomin GQ Men of the Year. Cat Williams buys military base to launch movie studio. Singer Khalid comes out about his sexuality. Kendrick Lamar versus Lil Wayne and super fun games and more. Introducing the one, the only, the super light-skinned general, Darius Broadhead.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Darius. Everyone that is watching, make sure you watch all the way until the end so you don't miss a single thing. Also, subscribe, comment, like, and share. How you doing, my guy?
I'm good, bro.
Welcome back. Welcome back to the podcast. How you feeling? How you living?
I've been living. I'm going to Puerto Rico next week.
That's hilarious.
You know what I mean?
That's hilarious.
Thanksgiving
Good shit.
It's right around the corner, so I'm ready to eat. You know what I mean? It's football's on. Eagles is winning. Go Birds.
Okay.
It's a good time of the year.
Tough.
Yes, sir.
Tough. Is that why you got the Eagles green on?
You know I got to.
Come on. Always repping the set. Philly.
Stand up.
Oh, shit. Before we get started, I wanted to send it to myself, but shout out to the different love that's being shown for the podcast, whether it be on Facebook, on Instagram, through text message, YouTube, whatever the case may be, is definitely appreciated. I wanted to send screenshots to myself to read them like verbatim, but I end up not doing that. So if you know who you are, if you're supporting the podcast, if you're sending your love, it's definitely mucho appreciated. Let's get into business. Before we get started with the first topic, Darius, I'm about to read you a quote, and you let me know what you think of the quote. You gotta learn to love yourself, because in this world, that's the realest love you will get. What do you think about that?
True facts.
Facts.
You gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself. Because it's the realest love you'll get. Yeah. You can't give love until you know how to love yourself.
Real quick. Did you see me take Tylenol today?
I don't class what people take, but
you wasn't.
I thought you was already on your drugs.
Motherfucker, you know what I mean? This shit hurts.
You're supposed to do your drugs before the podcast, bro.
It's prescribed. It's all good. We're not doing nothing crazy. All right, so you gotta love yourself first. That's a fact. Anything else?
Yeah, gotta love yourself first. It's the most authentic love you'll know. Yeah, that's facts. I mean, if you truly love yourself, yeah.
Whew, I'm fighting for my life over here. Question: what do you think about the statement, "You can't love someone until you love yourself"?
Yeah, I think I just said that, didn't I?
No, you didn't say
that. Yes, I did. I said you
can't
give love.
He said that.
Said you can't give love until you love yourself. Yes, sir. You can run it back. It's on the live, brother, man.
Fuck it.
It's all good.
You worded it different, though.
I did word it different.
All right. So you agree?
I agree. I agree. Wholeheartedly.
Oh, my God. All right. First topic. 10 Lines Podcast versus No Fugazi Podcast. Who is Cooley? What is No Fugazi Podcast? David Cooley, or Cooley from No Fugazi Podcast, is a man. He's a successful man. He's an intelligent man. He's smart. He's business savvy. He usually has women on his podcast. And he usually either interviews them or tells them, I don't know, really debates with them for real. Oh my God, this is killing me. What's it called? So he's gone viral for different things, whether it's him fighting with, arguing with women, or with quote unquote beta men because he's an alpha man and whatnot. Let me full disclosure. I actually have hella respect for Cooley. I don't always agree with his views, but I do have respect for the man because, like I said, I do think he's intelligent. I know him to be well spoken and whatnot, but I definitely disagree with some of his views, like men and women not being equal. Like certain people, even women, might agree with that. That's a stance I don't take. One of the things he usually says is God over man over woman, woman over children. How do you feel about that?
God over man, man over woman, woman over children. That's what he says.
Yeah.
God over man. That's a mouthful, and I don't know. It's a weird complex to have, but.
What do you mean?
God over man, man over woman, woman over children.
Mhm.
So, like, is that like a list of importance?
Yeah.
Or
List of importance and list of like.
so God first, then if you're a man yourself.
Mhm.
So it's, if you're a woman, you're supposed to love God first, then your man, then yourself.
Perhaps.
It's a double standard. So yeah, no, I mean, to me, I don't agree with it. No, but if it works with him and his relationship, it's fucking great. What I see on the internet, it probably would. But
The thing is that he preaches it to others. Like when he has women on, it's like a mantra of his. So like he'll explain it from his perspective why their relationship didn't work or doesn't work, and it's ends up being because you're not putting your man first, or your man leaves because you didn't put him first, or there was one I'm gonna pull up some clips of his, because there was one where he was saying basically a woman was saying that a man is not her boss, but he debated that by saying, so you talk to your boss better than you talk to your man. And then she says, yes, because my boss pays me. And then but your man takes care of you, your children, etc., etc. So by that logic, it doesn't make sense for you to talk to your boss better than you talk to your man. You think he has a point by that or not?
Does her man not have a job as well?
Listen, there you go.
It's a certain way. Yeah, you guys would not like it, but you guys could speak to us a certain way. It goes both ways. If you work for a company, are you going to speak to your boss?
Oh, he used the hypothetical. I see the setup.
You are not my boss. The fact that you just said you are not my boss is because your boss says more than your man, and that's your problem. It's the problem the way you view the man. My boss pays me. And your man currently right now takes care of you and your 4 kids. That's not. Wait, we're not talking about mine. If you and your boss is an equal, and you and your man that's providing for you is an equal, obviously the way he speaks to you is going to be much different the way you speak to him. Just like it's much different the way you speak to your boss and your boss speaks to you.
No, it was.
He said no.
Yeah, so it's a setup. So
talk to me.
Does he love God more than his wife? And does he expect his wife to love God more than?
I don't know if it's about love. I think it's about order of
importance?
Dominance
order of dominance. I mean, okay, so order of dominance is that's a different way of saying it. Like, sure, you can.
Let me see if I can find another clip of his where he explains it better, because I don't want to say it wrong. What was it? God over man, woman over children, man over woman, woman over children, whatever.
Order of dominance. Okay, that makes.
Importance, like, or like it's very it's very odd. Partnership, man. Tech children. Let me see about this one. Maybe this one. This is a different one.
Do you believe in God?
Ooh!
No, I don't. I'm sorry. I believe that women are to create and men are to destroy. If that's the case, then why have women initiated 70 to 80% of the divorces and destroyed the nuclear family? Moreover, everything that you're seeing, touching, and hearing from all was created by men. Men have a natural proclivity to create. That's a tendency. We want to go out there and create because men have a natural propensity, that's in our nature, to compete. So we have a natural propensity to compete with other men, which means that we have a natural proclivity, a tendency to keep on creating things. And generally speaking, women don't have a natural tendency to keep on creating. This is why women are so attracted to feminism, because feminism promotes equality, not competition. It's two different things. So either way you look at this, you're wrong.
I agree with him saying
Do you
that.
believe in God?
He brought it to two different things. He automatically separated
For me,
them by putting men on a, they like to compete with men, and women are just women who are whatever they do. And he created that separation automatically with his statement. She was talking about creating as in life, because
Right. But then she also said that women create and men destroy.
life. If we're being real,
Right. Okay.
life. She was talking about life. Women create life, men destroy it. Look, men account for most murders. Fact. Men
Okay.
account for most crime. Fact.
Okay. I like that. No,
She was talking about life. He
Right.
was talking about what goes on in life with the economy and all the stuff that us humans have created to create the power structure that he loves to fall in line with. Right.
Mhm.
So
Now listen, Darius. I'm on your side.
right.
The only reason I'm about to say what I'm about to say is because for the past week or so, I've had to like get inside his mind
Mhm.
and able to take him on in a debate or whatever.
Mhm.
I feel like he would say, just like he said to her, if men destroy, what he said to her was, if men destroy, why are women 80% of at the time the ones who get the divorces or whatever,
Right.
which is destroying the nuclear family. Like on top of it, and when you said life, I feel like I'm like so certain he would say something. If that's the case, then why are women the ones who get the abortions? Like 100%.
Because it's in their
That's the destroying life.
Because it's in their bodies. Men don't get pregnant.
No,
if we were seahorses, we'd be having the abortions. So you're drawing a fake. You're drawing for something that's not even there.
No, I agree with you.
Not you, him.
Yeah, I agree with you.
That.
That's speaking. That negates her point.
Right.
That negates her point by saying that women create and men destroy, but women are the one that destroy. Even if you're talking about life, women end up destroying the lives when they choose to destroy lives.
When they have an abortion, which is the exception to the rule, because most women don't want to have an abortion. Most women, if they get pregnant with the intention of getting pregnant, want to carry that baby to full term. They don't want to get an abortion. So that's the exception to the rule. Like he is the exception to the rule that most women or that most men that are mothered from whose mothers are single are criminals or whatever the spin on it is. And it is a statistical fact that is usually what happens. But there are exceptions to every rule, and humans are changing and we're evolving, and that's so to create those type of generalizations, you're creating a trap for yourself either way.
Right. That's one thing that I said something he has a knack of is generalizing, like all the time. He's generalizing, and then he said his response was that he does generalize a lot, but when it's time to get specific, he will get specific or whatever. And so it's just like
right. And that's how that's how stereotypes are created. That's how we've navigated the past 60 years of stereotypes and all the other slander, just racially. I mean,
right? No, I get it,
but I don't know. It's something I try to stay away from because I know the continuation of thought where that leads to those type of generalizations, because there are exceptions to every rule.
I get that, and that's why it's not really surprising that he aligns. The way that he talks reminds me of Trump with the generalizing, and then it's not surprising that he hasn't came out like not that I know of has came up and said that he's a Trump supporter, but he's definitely made posts and statuses about Kamala Harris, basically saying if you vote for Kamala Harris, studies show that you're a woman, or like weird shit like that, or like posted like a picture of Donald Trump taking out the trash, and the trash had pictures of Biden and Kamala on it. It's like, if you're not a Trump supporter, I don't know who is.
I hope he fills their pockets like he said he would.
Right.
But that's not how trickle-down economics has worked in the past in this country. We tried it with Reagan. It didn't work then. and then don't see a reason for it to work now because actually rich people don't give away their money. That's how they stay rich. Yeah, they want tax cuts, but those tax cuts don't always get down to us, do they? They buy themselves bigger yachts and bigger jets and bigger penthouses and more women and or men, whatever they're into.
Whatever they're into.
So, that's it goes to vanity. So we could try it again. We could run it back to the what he said, "Make America Great Again." Sure,
Right.
fucking run it back. And if you're smart enough to navigate the laws and the loopholes that they're gonna make for themselves, and you can fucking ride the wave and do it with them, more power to you. Money is power in this society. So
that's a fact.
You know.
Well, let me let's watch one more of his clips and see what we think.
A man's not gonna leave me, period. We're gonna be partners. I also don't want a man that's trying to dominate, control, tell me what to do, not listen to my opinion or my thoughts or consider what I have to say. I want somebody who's gonna be a partner.
This is what I'm saying. With your thinking, you actually disqualify yourself from meeting masculine men because just you using words like partnership and things like that, what you speak, you thought before you spoke it, right? So what is a partnership? A partnership is different from a companionship. A partnership is different from a marriage. That's why you left your marriage because you wanted a partnership. Because what you think, you are going to speak. And when you speak, you are going to act on those things too. So the fact that you think that a relationship is a partnership is the fact that you left your husband.
So I guess for him, the institution of marriage puts men, and you said order of dominance, right? It puts men over women in the traditional institution of marriage. So if that's his framework of talking, then he makes sense. But it's 2024. If that's what you want to fucking do, bro, good luck. Fucking making more money than these women, bro, because they make money now, bro, and they're better at it than you. So there's not a lot of men that are at there. Let me not make it a generalization, right? There is a different economy now.
Right.
The workforce is full of women. The unemployment lines are full of men and women, sure. But I don't know. With the way he puts it, from what I've heard, the women should have an advantage with being unemployed. So if you twist it like that, then they have double the advantage. So
why should they have the advantage?
Because they can, according to him, they're born with their worth, talking about their sexuality, talking about their vaginas. They're born with that. They can use that to make money. Okay, so the economy is different. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like if he with his framework, he's setting himself up for the America that we have now, because that was the problem. Is like it was misogynist. Not the main problem, but that was racist. There's racism. There's misogyny. There's sexism. Now it's money. Now it's just money. Like if you don't got money, you're looked at as other. Their religious discrimination. It's been our history to always make someone an other, and that's where we like pivot our politics. It's where we pivot our whole economy and our society around. It's kind of scary, because where does that end? Where does that lead to? You know what I mean?
Right.
If you're just constantly othering someone, othering a population.
This is the shit that like going through his this is his shorts. It's him versus just women, just straight up women, and it's like once women are more likely to be emotional than men. Like I think that we could agree on that, right? So
some of them, yeah.
So I feel like which is fine, which is not a problem or whatever. But it's very when you're a man going against a woman and you upset them and you're trying to have a debate with them, you're likely, when you make someone upset when you're having a debate or an argument, you're taking them out of character, and you're more likely to outwit them or outsmart them or trick them up with their words or whatever, or they're more likely to act out of character, like leave or throw a drink on you or whatever the case may be is. Let's see this one.
Yeah. That's what men are supposed to do. They're supposed to provide for a woman. So when a woman already has everything,
that's when they feel intimidated.
Definitely feel intimidated.
That man isn't intimidated by a woman like you. He's annoyed by a woman like you. Because a man doesn't want to date another man. He wants to date a woman. So let's flip it so it makes sense. And pay attention, right? A woman like you that's independent boss babe, she took on characteristic traits of a man, like being non-agreeable, being assertive, and being dominant, which is all A-type personality traits, which is naturally masculine traits. So when a woman takes on that trait, it's like, ew, you're like a man now. So it's annoying. It's not intimidating. Now let's flip it. Let's say if you got with a man and he was very flamboyant and he didn't have any ambition and he was very agreeable. Like he was a yes man. He had no backbone. Would you feel intimidated by that man?
No.
He was checkmate.
Wait,
Stop it. Gotcha, bitch.
Whoa.
What do you think?
I don't know. He uses a lot of boxes to fit people in, to fit his narrative, and I don't know. It's a slippery slope. Talking about it's in men's nature to be non-agreeable and this and that, and that's not. Psychology has proven that it's not that gender doesn't determine those things. It's your nurturing that determines those type of things. It's what you're raised around and the environment you're raised around.
Determines what?
Your temperament, your your outlook towards the world, how you treat other people,
right.
How you think about other people, how you talk to other people, how you interact with others. Those type of things are mainly factored and influenced by your growing up, your surroundings, your intellect level, like how much you've learned, how much you still try to learn, and things like that. It's not as boxed in, cut and dry as he tries to make it, because there are plenty of assertive women who are very feminine. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it doesn't have, like one doesn't make the other untrue.
Right. You know what I mean?
So again, another one of his little false equivalencies that he likes to draw and try to confuse them, because then they just look at it like, oh, well, and he does a little cricket sound, and that's cute.
Destiny on Facebook, she says, hey guys, shout out to Destiny. All right, so let's get into what I really wanted to discuss as far as he's considered the top. One of the top viral clips that he went viral for was discussing what a top tier man is. So let me pull up that clip. Here we go.
What a top tier man is. Talk about tears, bro.
Modern day women just don't qualify for the top tier men, and that is the truth.
Yeah.
All right. So first statement he said, modern day women
don't qualify for the top tier man.
That is the truth.
Okay.
His words.
Do you believe you're a top tier man? By what standard?
I'm 6'4". Only about 8% of the entire world is 6'4". I make well over 100K a year, and I'm black at that if you add that on. So just if we're speaking about those figures, the things that women are attracted to, I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I'll let you do the math.
Before we go, what's your math saying?
The conversation and the words that are coming out of the mouth of someone like you, I would never consider top tier. A top tier man is also a man that is extremely desirable by way of his character. A top tier man is a man who displays a certain level of intellect that allows him to consider other people. A top tier man, they lead with love, not with dictatorship, right? They don't want to control their woman. They want to gently lead their woman. A top tier man creates space for a woman to feel good about herself. A top tier man supports the dreams and the ideas of a woman. A top tier man prioritizes a woman. A top tier man is in leadership and working as hard as he is to give the woman the life of her dream.
And with all that stuff that you just said, that was just womanese talk.
Womanese is also 6'4", black, attractive. I don't know too many women in my circle who desire a 6'4" man still wearing braids.
Thoughts?
Oh man. I don't know. Like, what are you talking about? What are we talking about? Tiers? What are the tiers? Okay, you said over 100K a year. That's great. I think if you look, I was looking at the stats earlier. It's something like Let me just pull it back up because I was definitely right on it.
Got you.
Average U.S. salary, $63K, and then it has this little.
So average US
average is $63K.
Okay.
And then there are over 100, so 100 to 149, 17% in America. 150 to 199 is 10%, and to over 200K is 14%. So it's almost as many people that make over 200,000 a year as it is 100 to 150,000.
Okay.
Sounds to me like he's mid-tier because he didn't say he made over 200,000. So there goes one of his little things. You're not top tier, bro. You're mid-tier. 150K is not that much.
Well,
it's 3,000 a week.
Unfortunately,
it's 3,000 a week.
Unfortunately, I have to be devil's advocate. He wasn't saying that he's top tier. Remember?
He was.
Listen.
No, because she asked.
That's what he says. That's what he says in that response.
I know, because she asked and answered, so he had to defend himself and list out what he thought would
his qualifications
against,
or whatever
against her asked and answered question.
Right.
And he still fell short. Right. All right, you're 6'4". All right, cool. I might give you that 8% of the world population. You're 6'4". You fell short on the money, bro. Sorry. You make 3,000 a week. That's great.
So you're saying he's in the
mid-tier money.
You're saying 10 to 15% of Americans make over 100,000?
If we're talking between 100 and 200,000, there's 23% of Americans make that. Yes, that's a quarter of the American population.
So you think that's mid-tier?
Yes. Over 200,000, there's no middle class. That's the middle class right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's the middle class. Everybody else is poor, and on top of that is rich.
Okay, but you wouldn't say the average would be the mid class, like because you said the average was like 60,000,
and that's what the average is the median is
the middle.
I'm talking about like in the charts where the tax brackets lie.
Because like I'm just calling it how I'm hearing it, because like if it sounds
he
like
say he made well over 200,000.
Right.
He said he made well over 100,000.
Right.
Okay, good job, but just still put you mid-tier.
Okay. That's debate. I'm just saying it's debatable.
Sure, it's debatable, but I know what the numbers say, and Elon Musk can buy you and your set and your house and whatever podcasting material he has and make him never exist anymore. So you don't have money, bro. You just think you do.
Right. No, I get it.
You're mid-tier.
Right.
If Oprah wanted to buy you, she could, and she's a woman.
Right.
So
that's true.
You're mid-tier. Yes, nice. Unfortunately, you're mid-tier. I know it feels like you are doing a great job. You are. You're doing a great job. You're making your money, but you're not top tier.
I don't know. Listen. The only reason I even say I don't know is just because I've seen him debate with people. If you give him even a little bit of wiggle room, he's wiggling the fuck out.
Of course.
Because you're saying based off the numbers, he's top 25%. He's in the top 25% range. Correct?
Yeah,
like he's not saying that top tier is being top 10%.
Yeah, top 25%. But that if you're a C student, yeah, you fucking passed, but you didn't do great. You're still in the top 25%, right? Because you got a 75% on the test. That's the top 25. That doesn't make you great. We're talking about bell curves. That little edge at the end with the 98. That's top tier,
brother. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm not on this guy's side.
I'm not saying you are, but
I have to keep correcting you. If say you get a 75 in math class.
Yes,
that doesn't make you top 25%. If you're in an AP math class and everyone's getting 90s and you in the 75.
I didn't say an AP math class.
If you're in a regular math class and everyone passes
if the median grade in the class is about 75 and the average classroom is a 75, 80. If you got a 75 or 80. You didn't do great. You passed. No.
That's not my point.
I'm just saying.
To
me, he gets a B plus, and B plus. I'll give him a B plus because I'll give him up to 200K.
The way that he saves himself is by saying that he's not top tier. Like he's not. He never said that he's the top tier man.
Okay,
that's the way that he saves himself.
Right,
that's his ace in the hole.
Saying he's not top tier.
My thing is that it doesn't even make sense. Because when he asked,
he said all shallow. He mentioned all shallow.
Shallow as hell.
That make you. That's all about. You don't ask someone how much they make when you meet them. So if we're talking about,
some bitches do. unfortunately.
I mean,
some
yeah,
women,
sure,
some women.
unfortunately, but he talked about attraction. If you're talking about attraction, you're not talking about the immediate attraction to you're talking about how you look,
Right.
the symmetry, the fucking your drip, like
Right.
how you smell, like those type of things.
Got that.
Those are the shallow things, and then he didn't even talk about that. He tried to go deeper, like,
Right.
and then like it was corny to me.
It would not, and that's a word that's been thrown around a lot with him. So it's like I get it, I understand, but in terms of it's similar to what we were talking about as far as him getting women, single moms or different women out of their character and whatnot.
Right.
So it's like it's one of those things where you could say the man's corny, but that doesn't make him wrong. Like it's like say say in a courtroom. In a courtroom, the guy is like either a killer or he's obviously guilty or whatever. If you say, "Look, Judge, Your Honor, this dude is corny," like it's like okay, like we all know that,
right.
but that's not enough to convict him.
What are we talking about? He's wrong on. I mean, I think that it's the framework that he has of institution of marriage where men come above. I mean, that's some like I don't know. I just don't agree with it. I see all humans as created equal, regardless of gender.
That's a good way to think.
And he's.
I agree. That's how I feel too. Like I'm not gonna. Yes, men have their strengths, but women also have their strengths. Women can get into rooms that certain men can't get into. Same thing, vice versa. So it's really dumb. But I know that, like, I plan to debate him on Wednesday. But I know I can't just say what he's saying is dumb because that's not good enough type shit. What she was saying is more, she was genuinely describing what a top tier man is to her. The whole, even the aspect alone, like, and this, like, I have to expand on it like so much when I end up talking to him again. The idea that he thinks that he can define what a top tier man is and deem women wrong when describing what a top tier man is to women.
Yeah,
that alone doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's just sus as hell.
That's like saying you like asking you a question,
right,
and then telling you you're wrong when you asked your question. Like
for him to not have an answer to what is a top tier woman. Is,
let me get to that. How
are you gonna have an answer for one and like a dude? Which one?
Don't jump ahead, Darius. We getting there. So that was his answer as far as being a top tier man, and his answer as far as being a top tier woman is.
My dude. 10 Lions podcast. What is a top tier woman, Cooley? Consider this.
Appreciate the shout out.
10 Lions podcast. What is a top tier woman? Okay, cool. What is a top tier woman? Top tier woman. I mean, that question. Women are born with their value, man. Women are born with their sexual value. What would make the woman stand out more than any other woman if they preserve their value? So, since women are born with their value, you don't really have to create their value because men, we're simple creatures. We don't really want much from women. Stop it. If you preserve your value, I mean, that'd be a good thing. What? So I wouldn't say anything about top tier.
So there are no tiers for women.
Bro, I want to hear how you took that because I could not. I was like, I'm listening to. I'm like, what did he even say? What do you think?
So what I got from that is there are no tiers for women. He doubled down on his double standard between men and women. So he obviously does not view women
spit out my drink. That was
as
crazy.
equals to men. Obviously, that's clear. Okay, and then.
But there's no like. So break that down, like, because it does. To me, it doesn't make sense. How are there no tiers in women?
Because they're born with their vagina, bro.
So they're all valuable, or they're not? They're all not valuable.
According to him, they're all, and then it's up to them as to how much they preserve it. So how much every time they have sex,
it takes them down a notch.
They're valued less in his. He's wild. That's a wild boy. Okay. That's a wild boy. Listen.
Okay.
Listen.
I'm listening. I need someone to talk to me. Talk me through it.
Jesus' best friend was Mary Magdalene. She was a hoe.
Okay.
So to act like a woman is not worth, it's worth less because she's had sex is crazy, brother, and you know it. You know it. especially if you're gonna go with the whole. Oh, it's so twisted, bro. They done fucked up everything. Like, how you gonna use that institution of marriage, which came from the Christianity faith, and then go on put it in that frame of reference? You know what I'm saying? Like, women are, bro, what? He's crazy. Either that or he just.
So you disagree?
Yeah, I disagree. A woman's value is not dependent upon how many men she's had sex with. That has nothing to do with it.
Yo,
there are tiers to women too. If we're talking about tiers to men,
that
yeah,
shit,
there's broke women.
That shit had me in such a like confused state of mind.
Yeah, he don't.
Because I was like, because he said, women are born with their value.
Yep.
Women are born with their sexual value.
Yep.
Off rip, that's a wild statement. What does that mean? So when because he has a daughter. So when your daughter was born, she was born with sexual value?
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, what?
That's what he said.
I can't wait to have this conversation because you're going to look crazy in front of like 100. You have 800 people watching your lives. You're going to look crazy. And he's going to try to talk his way out of it.
That's what he said.
But it's just like, I got the clip. We're going to run it back. Just like how I ran it back right here. We're going to run it back because.
They're born. Yeah, that's what he said, bro. Women are not equal to men. Is his frame of view. So
that's like, okay, I'll give you that. I don't agree, but I'll give you that.
But that's
there's still, are there not tiers? Even if something isn't equal to something, they're
others. they don't have tiers. They don't compete. There's no. Apparently, they're not humans. Good to know. Teach me something new every day, Cooley.
Listen, man. We just trying to figure it out. I
wonder what his wife got to think about that.
Huh?
I wonder what his wife had to say about that.
His wife, his mom's, because that's another thing. So I cannot wait to have this conversation, bro. I swear, even through pain, I'm thinking about this conversation. I mean, because like as far as his wife is considered, your wife wasn't I don't even know if they're married, but your girl, your BM, wasn't a virgin when y'all got together. Does that mean she was? Is your BM is your girl not a top tier woman?
Well, there are exceptions to every rule.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it. I want to hear it because this is a debate. Nigga, you better come with it, or you're gonna look crazy, or you're gonna lose the debate.
That's the only way he's gonna go with.
That's the only way. Like you don't got much wiggle room.
Every rule and fuck it, what?
What would you even say is what's the exception? Because here's one thing that he said because they got him on something. He's the exception. He said that what was it? Oh, we said to single men, to never wife. Single men should never wife a woman with children. That's what he did. But he was the exception to the rule because he had a kid. Bro, everything I'm saying is like it gets him. It's me reiterating his shit and it leads to me getting him. So because you're the exception to the rule, I'll give you that. Because his stance is that she brought value not only to him but to his child. Mm-hmm. All that makes sense. So I thought that the woman's value was her sexual value that she's born with, and you're describing a different value, which is why you wifed her long term, which has nothing to do with sexual value, everything to do with what the non-shallow route, the non-shallow answer, which is a companion, a provider, a mother figure, the different things of that. That's what makes her, if she's top tier, that's what makes her top tier. So same thing.
The same type of things that
for men
saying about
Like you can't that's what I'm saying. Bro is screwed.
Yeah, he's being a hypocrite.
Exactly. You're either gonna be a hypocrite, you're gonna contradict yourself, you're gonna backtrack, you're gonna say something is an exception. If it doesn't make sense, like, bro, you can't. If there's that many exceptions, then the shit's invalid. Like, nigga, like you can't just keep saying shit is an exception. Like you can say there's an exception to every rule, cool. But if there's 10 exceptions to one rule, it's not a rule.
It's not a rule. Well, yep.
On his ass. Oh my god.
Yep.
Here's another thing I gotta pull up real fast. I mean, you can start talking about Kendrick, because he said that women. He said that. What did he say about top? Like he didn't know about tiers or something like that. But he said that the value of them women are born with their value, sexual value, blah blah. He didn't know about tiers, whatever. But he said prerequisites are what determine a top tier man. Like the things that he described was the height, the race, and the money or whatever. Prerequisites.
So 2 things you can't control, 1 thing you can. Got it.
I'm not speaking about myself. I'm in a relationship. But from what women are attracted to, I'm this height, I give my percentiles of what I'm in. I said, I'll let you do the math. Are you attracted? Are you attracted, man? So then they go ahead and clip some stuff out when she responds. And then I say, listen, baby girl, I'm not talking about you. Because she was trying to, she thought that I was trying to, not pitch myself at her, but, I was giving my percentiles and saying things that I was trying to attract her. I wanted her standpoint. I'm like, I'm speaking in general of where I'm at. I'm not speaking about your personal preferences.
See, that's what
you may not be attracted or like these qualities. That's totally fine. The woman needs is this. I'll explain it to you clear. This is woman needs. I spoke about percentages that men are in, which is the prerequisites, meaning that the man has to meet certain metrics before the woman gives him a chance to see if he has good values and good characters and is a good person. The facts is that if she met the man that had all of those values that she stated, but he was 5'2" and broke, she wouldn't give him a chance. That's why she was speaking womanese. That's what womanese is. They're speaking from emotions, not using any logic.
Give it time.
No.
Look, give it time. Give it time.
I'm speaking to you. You don't 10 lions. You don't understand that? True. Because
That just don't. It don't work.
Wait.
You're not listening to what I'm saying. I'm saying that the woman has prerequisites. Women don't give men a chance. We are men, right? 10 Lions podcast. Me and you are men. We know that in order for the woman to even want to know about our personality or give us a chance to see what we even do for a living and all of this, if we walk up and talk to her, and if we don't meet her prerequisites off the back, off of face value, we won't qualify. That can be race and height. That can be a multitude of different things off of the prerequisites, meaning the pre-qualifiers. We have pre-qualifiers too as men. I may have my preference. I don't want no big, obese, fat chicks. You may have your preference. You don't want no real skinny chicks. So if a skinny chick comes up and talks to you, I don't really care. I don't care about her personality at all. She just don't qualify. This fat chick come talk to me. I don't really care about nothing. She says she don't qualify. A broke dude that's 5 foot, that's Chinese.
So that's what I wanted to highlight because that's not how he answered it. When I asked about a top tier woman, he didn't talk about men's prerequisites.
Yeah.
But when I asked about a top tier man, he talks about women's prerequisites. That's what I'm saying. That's another contradiction.
Yep.
Talk to me. Just talk to me. 'Cause I need a minute.
Yeah. He put himself in a bind there. He went. He put himself in a bind by not because he doesn't have. It's a double standard for him. It must be. I don't. Either that or.
I can't wait to hear what he says.
That's crazy. It's got to be a double standard thing with him. Or he just is super misogynist, and women are born with their sexual, but obviously he has a preference. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't have.
Maybe he doesn't.
Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't have a preference of women, or that they don't have to have a prerequisite. It's just whatever looks good and however he met his wife. Whatever. Maybe he just doesn't have prerequisites.
No, he does. He said that already. Fat bitches. If you're a fat woman or whatever, he's not. That's
what I'm saying.
It.
So he brought up some prerequisites after you I don't know.
Shit confusing. You fucking your head up.
I don't know. For men, the prerequisites I guess matter to women, but to him, if they matter, but there aren't tiers. Then
here's my thing, because I'm on his ass, bro. What is a comparison? I'm gonna read the definition of a comparison, because if you're making a comparison, you could even the saying you're comparing apples and oranges. Apples and oranges can even be compared, but you have to compare them on an equal level.
Right.
Like
that's why scales are made.
Exactly. So when apples and oranges, you can compare an apple. They're both juicy. They're both come from trees. Whatever. They're both healthy. Whatever the case may be is, one's red, one's orange. Whatever. But when you compare, you can't say it's not a comparison to say an apple is red and an orange is round. That's not a comparison. That's like just
a false comparison.
Right. It's like they don't correlate.
Right.
So you can't say you can't describe a top tier man and then not be able to equally describe a top tier woman. Because if you say a bitch is a top tier woman because she's got a fat ass and she's thin or whatever, you're an idiot. Freaking Amber Rose is that. Is Amber Rose a top tier woman? Who else fits that freaking profile?
Or I got it. He don't want to say what a top tier woman is because he don't want his wife to watch the shit because she might not fit those parameters. That's the other option.
He could describe his wife. I think that
he could do it.
I think that he would.
But then people be like, "Really?
Right?
Is that what you really want? The white girl with no butt with 3 kids? That's what you wanted? You sure?"
His white girl.
I don't know.
No.
But he got a white girl.
Yeah.
She looked real skinny. He might.
Yeah, she's
wasn't
fit.
a big girl, so she might be.
No, she's fit. I'm giving you the backstory.
What other reasons would he not say if he's not a straight up misogynist who doesn't view women as equal? Is he doesn't want either that his wife doesn't fucking fit those parameters of what he views as a top notch woman.
My thing is,
so if she would fucking watch it.
I'm not even I'm
top notch.
I'm not even here to prove. Well, that's
top tier.
That's why it is, because if he were to describe something, it likely would be his wife. His wife or girl or whatever is fit. She does have a butt or whatever the case be. So it's like
you follow her on Instagram. She got the Instagrams.
If you got TikTok?
I don't got TikTok. Is she on TikTok?
Yeah, she's on TikTok.
All right, well, let's pull the TikTok then.
Pull it up.
I'll see if I could judge if she's top tier.
Hilarious.
My girl don't mind if I judge.
Hilarious.
That's what happens when you communicate with a woman. Anyway.
Wait. I get it. That's hilarious though. Shit. TikTok. I don't even know her TikTok. I know that they had like a joint one or like a couple one. Too funny.
I'm just trying to think of reasons why he wouldn't say the prerequisites for women.
Because it sounds stupid, bro. If you're describing the way that you're describing a top tier man, you're describing them based off their shallow features,
right?
Like shallowly or whatever.
Yeah.
If you do the same thing for a woman, you off rip sound dumb, because a top tier woman is not just fit with a butt or boobs or whatever. Like that does not make a top tier woman. And he's smart too. He knows that doesn't make a top tier woman. So it's like if you say, you either have to stand on the equivalents,
right?
But this is the thing: he didn't know he was fucking with me. He didn't know that I was gonna clip him and have it as evidence and bring it up later. Now he's fucked. If he answers, I said this to my girl. If he answers the freaking phone, if he answers the call, he said that we're gonna resume it Wednesday. If he's a man, and he's like as promised, is what he said. If he's a man of his word, which he supposedly is, if he lets me in, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. I'm gonna have facts and figures, huh?
You don't gotta pull with girls.
No. We do.
I was just trying to think of reasons why he would not say those prerequisites, and those
because it makes him look dumb.
I can think of.
It makes him look dumb.
If that's what he stands on.
You can scroll. I mean, I can't even say he don't got black women supporters, because he does do good at getting in women's heads and then making them think. Like, he's a good manipulator. Like, shit. Like, making them think like when he's telling them about themselves, making them think that, I just learned something, blah, blah. Like,
right.
She's crazy.
No, she's pretty.
Yeah, exactly.
She's pretty. Well, so then what? I don't know. Maybe that's why.
But is she a top tier woman because she's pretty?
No, that
like,
doesn't make
all pretty women top tier?
Right.
No, that doesn't make sense.
It's all subjective to the viewer, because beauty is in the eye of the beholder. You know what I mean? So to even frame it like that as top tier is weird, because some people might look at her and be like, "Nah, she's ugly." You know what I mean? Like,
that's also facts.
So it's all subjective. You can't put people in boxes like he likes to do. That's his thing. That's where the controversy lies. Every time you draw a line, you can get some controversy out of it every single time.
And you know, what's funny is they was on his ass when they found her. Like, Like that's what he's had to been like be defending for like a minute is that he wifed up a white girl and she had kids and he's always talking about single moms with kids and
Right.
da 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 da. So, but
Yep.
like, but I don't know.
Because you
I don't
sound like
know.
a hypocrite.
Right, and like, but he makes you give him a little bit of wiggle room, and then he makes a even somewhat of a valid point.
Because she was the exception to the rule, like I was.
Right. He went because he like same thing. Like we just saw. He was saying that he wasn't saying that he was a top tier man. He was just describing the qualities that he has and da 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 da. It just aligns with what a top tier man is. I don't fucking know. It's like if you give him any wiggle room, he's out of that bitch. You a Harry Potter guy? Nah, not Harry Potter. You fuck with Naruto though, right?
A little bit.
Orochimaru, what's it called? You killed Orochimaru. You thought you killed Orochimaru, and then like a snake slithered off. You didn't kill Orochimaru. he's somewhere out there.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, but I think that's enough of Cooley.
Yeah,
To be continued with Cooley and no Fugazi podcast and all that good stuff. Respect to him in his success and what he got going on, but I'm gonna see him Wednesday. Kendrick Lamar, new surprise GNX album. I have not got a chance to listen to it because, oh my God, this ear infection has been nuts. It dropped what, Friday, Thursday?
Yeah, Friday.
I've been in pain.
22nd. What's today? 24th.
Surprise!
That shit, man.
Kendrick Lamar is a demon. He is a demon because, like, what do you think about it? Let's start there. What's your thoughts?
It's a great album.
Great album. Tough.
Yeah, he got in his bag.
I heard a little bit of it. I heard little snippets.
He got in his bag for it.
Of course.
He called out some old heads. He did like I feel like, and then here's why we miss Kendrick, man. Because as a right, because for substance, because as a music fan, I like art that makes you think that it's not just head nodding and
of course
and like that's lyrical, that has some backbone to it, that has like substance with it. Bro, in this 5-year hiatus, like I listened to Cole, he dropped a couple things. I've been like really looking for artists to like listen to, you know what I mean? Like I tapped in with Benny the Butcher, you know what I'm saying, like different, not just different. I've been listening to freaking Taylor Swift, you know what I mean? Like trying to find like just
she got some substance.
She like stuff that has substance because she like leaves little Easter eggs in her shit and like whatever is cool. And now we finally got Kendrick back, and he's doing it. Like he dropping Easter eggs and shit.
Is Kendrick a top tier artist?
He's bro. He's
I just had to do the top tier.
He's a poster winner. He's got the nomination for the diss song. Like that's crazy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like he is a top tier artist, and that's why I was upset at him for a while because I ain't really hear nothing from him. Everybody else is Drake's dropping 2 albums a year of pop music, and we missed you, Kendrick. That's it. You know what I mean?
I didn't know you was tapped into Kendrick like that.
I at first, when he first came out, I was like skeptical because he was doing like the voice changes and it was like weird to me. I didn't really see the direction he was going in. I think To Pimp a Butterfly is what changed my mind. Yeah. Because of like the instrumentals, like it wasn't all 808s. It was like, you know what I mean? It was like real music.
It was substance. Lyrical.
Right. And then with this new album, bro, I swear to God, he brought back Pac. Like I had chills in my spine. Like
that?
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, listen to Reincarnated, man. Like he did his thing on this album. Props to Kendrick.
He didn't put not like us on it.
It didn't have to.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like Snoop redacted his took back his tweet. Like he did his thing. He brought rap back to the West Coast with that. I heard Pac. You know what I mean? Like
so
he
Snoop
did a song over
the. One of his quotes is Snoop posted Taylor Made. I prayed it was the edibles. I couldn't believe it. It was only right for me to let it go. And then Snoop tweeted.
It was the edibles.
Fuck, where is it? Yeah. K-Dot new album, GNX 555. It was the edibles, West King. So you got respect from Snoop, obviously.
And I mean, he said a lot about, it's in the first song, I think it was. He said a lot about, he redacted a couple lines. Kind of let the listener piece their own pieces in. He said a lot, but it looks like he came at a lot of the older people in the industry who've been, I guess, sitting on the toilet and not shitting. You know what I mean? Like just kind of hogging the paint without passing the rock. You know what I mean? So
he said that he got the Super Bowl and Nas the only one. Congratulate me. All these niggas is agitated. I'm just glad it's on their faces.
right,
So does that mean that's what you're speaking to?
right.
Right.
I think that's part of what he was talking about with Wayne.
Let's get to Wayne.
Wayne could have just gave him his flowers and said, you know, congrats, yes.
Wait. I got it. I think I got it. Yeah, I used to bump.
Now, you know what I mean?
Kendrick Lamar mentions Lil Wayne in Super Bowl halftime and new album. I used to bump the Carter 3. I held my rolly chain proud. Irony, I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down. Now listen, bro.
And listen, peep with that. Peep with that. I'm thinking of the J. Cole song, Let Nas Down, right?
Right.
Right. So with the Let Nas Down, he was talking about how when he dropped that album, Nas said he wasn't really fucking with it.
Right.
So like, it's the changing of the guard. It's how they're supposed to go. You know what I mean? It's not the same.
Now, bro, let's run it back. I used to bump the Carter 3. I held my rolly chain proud. Irony, I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down. Is that a diss to you?
No, it's not a diss.
No, it's not a diss.
It's not a diss.
So why Wayne take it as a diss? Wayne said, "Man, what the fuck I do?" Question mark, exclamation point. I just be chilling and they still come from my head. Let's not take kindness for weakness. Let this giant sleep. I beg you all. No one really wants destruction. Not even me, but I shall destroy if disturbed on me. Love. Like, what?
Wayne be high, okay?
What?
Wayne be high as fuck because either that or it's another money play. I don't think
on Wayne's part.
Yeah, they draw some attraction. Yeah, he said, you know, they do. Everybody know they talking about you. So I really want to see what's gonna happen at the Super Bowl. I would love to see Kendrick bring some people out because I don't think I just have a feeling he's not gonna do it by himself, right? He might.
No, he's definitely not gonna. I mean, I don't think he would do it by himself either, but it might be a whole West Coast vibe.
Maybe.
Right.
We'll see.
Daylit, a rapper with his face tatted up crazy. Said Kendrick versus Lil Wayne is in a nutshell. Wayne, red beam on the Drake, that's a K dot. Kendrick, you the reason our people's on battle over. Rotted.
And I see the point there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Lil Wayne, in a lot of people's perspective, started the dumbing down of rap, where it was the hibbity hobbity, which is crazy because kind of if you think about it, that's how rap started.
Mm-hmm.
It started with the hip, the hop, the dibbity, don't stop, the bang, right? So if that's how it started, how could that be a downfall if he's just kind of bringing it back with a new sound? But fuck it, we'll go with it because there's the face tattoos and the obsessive drug use and like outward, like everyone knows Wayne does drugs.
I think it's his lifestyle.
You know what I mean? It's that rock star lifestyle. Like
I think that's what dumbed it down. Like he was able to still be himself,
right?
And then other people did it and thought that they could be
they can be Wayne and they're not Wayne.
Like,
right. So then we end up with tragic stories like Lil Pump or Juice WRLD or
Lil Pump. Lil Peep or Lil
Peep, whichever the one that.
Right, Lil Pump is because like I'm just want to get because
make sure we do it right.
Yeah, Lil Pump because there's no fuck with Lil Pump. He's a weirdo. But Lil Peep, whatever.
Whichever one overdose. Just the motherfuckers that get in the game, thinking they can be Wayne, call themselves Lil something.
Right, but Lil Pump the same way. Like he didn't overdose or whatever, but he just does tat up his face and like J. Cole had the not diss track, but like track for him or whatever that was explaining his whole downfall and like because it really predicted because now he was at one point Lil Pump was like hella talked about, like was a trending ass topic, but now he's like 6'9". No one's looking for Lil Pump for 6'9".
I feel like we're becoming tolerant of rap until they heard Wayne, like especially in the older generation, until they heard Wayne and they were like, oh, this is just gross. Like he just, you know what I'm saying? Like he from the Lollipop was a banger, but that's about sucking dick. You know what I'm saying? Like, but so I think that turned off a lot of the older generation, and it made it so that rap could possibly be one of those fleeting art forms that doesn't last long because of the substance and because it gets too saturated and because you know what I mean? Because everyone feels like they can just rhyme some words and put them together and do it, and that's not the case. That's not art. You know what I mean? you can call it art, but if you're
Right.
not feeling it in your soul,
Right.
and you're not like actually, art is an expression of your soul. You know what I
Right.
mean?
It's gotta have
So
substance.
to do that is kind of it leads to saturation that we.
It's
You
either
know what
gotta
I mean?
have substance or at least has to be like somewhat clever, somewhat thought provoking.
Right.
Like,
Somewhat
Wayne didn't have the
thought-provoking.
most substance,
Right. No,
but he
not at
is
all.
like
But like I
lyrically,
said,
like
yeah, the Carter 3,
wordplay,
one of my top
flow.
5 albums,
Right.
honestly, and it's not even for a Millie or Lolly or was Lollipop on Carter 3?
I don't know.
But it wasn't for those songs. It's for the ones like
Carter 3 been a minute ago. That was back when we was in middle
right,
school,
but,
high
but
school.
I'm trying to think of the one song in specific where he's talking about New Orleans because it was around that time when Katrina hit. You know what I'm saying? Where he
Right.
was such a big influence on getting the stadium rebuilt and getting the things. So I don't honestly, Wayne, just sit down, bro. Like you had your time. You were at the top of your game. You brought in Drake. You brought in Nicki. You brought in Tiger. You brought in like all these people. And it's not your turn no more. You know what I mean? Like you're old and people are over it. And they want to hear some new shit with content. And it's not like you're not still gonna make your money. You still Lil Wayne. We still gonna love you forever.
Right.
It's just you're not that guy. And that's part of what Kendrick was saying. Like trying to convince us that we.
Was that what Kendrick was saying? Kendrick was
listen
saying
to the album and you understand why I'm saying this, bro.
Okay.
Yes, because that's not the only line.
That's for Lil Wayne?
That was for Lil Wayne.
That's not the so there's more that's for Lil Wayne?
Yes.
Oh, so it makes sense why Lil Wayne tweeted that. I'm like, why he tweet that? Because that didn't come across as a diss to me.
Yes, and it wasn't just Lil Wayne he was talking about. He talked about P. Diddy. He talked about a lot of he said just like, and he redacted it, just like y'all all on trial. So y'all I ain't gonna lie, like he's coming at all the older heads in the generation. I think that's part of why Snoop did what he did and just copped out real quick. Like, all right, this shit might get messy. Like, this young and really out here sounding like Pac, acting crazy. Like, y'all might want to tune in for real.
Bro, I swear to God, if I wasn't handicapped right now, like you're sitting there for a reason. I really can't hear out this ear.
Kendrick did his thing on that album.
I believe it. This is his year. This is definitely his year, and he's definitely getting them Grammys. Yeah. He's getting them Grammys. That's a fact.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, this was the icing on the cake because there was nothing else. There's nothing else. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if something else happens for him, but there's nothing else you could do. You made the craziest song of the year,
and people
got nominated for it. You're performing at the Super Bowl. You dropped the fucking album.
Some people are saying like, oh, it was only 12 songs. It was weak.
You beat the fucking the god Thanos Drake or whatever.
Y'all used to 20-song albums with 5 songs that you already heard before, and now you're saying this because. What if he dropped 12 songs intentionally, and then in December he drops another 12 songs just for new ones, just to say fuck you?
Do you feel like the 12 songs was short? Like the album was short?
No, I feel like I still need to listen to it.
Okay.
Because
so that's stupid. That's just a stupid like troll comment.
Yeah, people don't know.
You got here.
You know what I mean? Like
there's albums that are 10 songs.
Exactly. Right, you know what I mean? So to call a 12-song album too short when it's all he got SZA on there twice. It's all content like. You know what I mean? I don't know. Putting SZA on there twice says something to me, right? Because Drake and SZA used to do their thing, right?
Everything says something, bro.
It's a lot, bro. And the GNX, right? So, Pete, the GNX is the only American muscle-made car that beat the fucking
Let me hear this. Let me hear the double entendre.
That beat the Ferrari.
Okay.
Right. The only car that could drag race with the GNX was the Lamborghini.
Okay.
So I mean, I'm telling you, bro. Like it's just so many. Kendrick is really nice with it. And it was
I got here that Kendrick Lamar named GNX after the car his dad drove. Kendrick Lamar's album title and cover art comes from the car his dad owned. His dad had a 1987 Buick Grand National Regal GNX, which he drove home from the hospital when Kendrick was born. Kendrick told Complex this back in 2012. When I was born, I came home from the hospital in an 87 Buick Regal while my pops was bumping Big Daddy Kane. Origin stories. Yo, Dad, I don't know if you want to. I don't know if you want to stay the whole time. You don't got to. I know that you probably got Ella flicks and whatnot.
Oh yeah, I mean I got a shit ton of pictures. I just have to pick the best ones.
Right. So if you want to stay, you can, but you don't. I'm just let you know you don't got to. I bet.
Just let me know, like between the next segment after this one, between the next one, then I'll dip. Just let me know so I'm not getting up in the middle of shit.
Oh yeah, I got you. Bet.
Yeah.
Okay, got you. Someone said, "You said that the Super Bowl was taken from you when it wasn't promised in the first place,
never yours in the first
and never
place, brother.
congratulated the artist who looked up to you and worked hard himself to get it.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's what the fuck did I do?"
Right. He know what he did when it was announced that that Kendrick got
Kendrick
the
was really coming at
nomination.
Wayne in this album. That's crazy. Or it's like you read between the lines. That's what you're saying.
It's read between the lines.
Gotcha.
He came.
It's enough.
He came. He said fuck. He said fuck everybody.
That's him. That's
but
the type of shit he be on.
The way I look at it, he came at Wayne respectfully. Like, I looked up to you, bro. Like, and it hurt me for you to not acknowledge me.
Mm.
Nas is the only one that acknowledged me, bro. He's not even. He's 2 generations. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's, I don't know. I can see, but it's like the idols become rivals. You know what I mean?
That's
and
a fact.
It's the changing of the guard, bro. I'm telling you, it's a good album. And
I seen this.
I'm excited for more Fallout because
hell yeah. That's a fact.
I feel like he doubled down on his Drake shit. You know what I'm saying?
I seen I'll never piece it up.
Yep.
That shit don't sit well with me.
Yep.
Before I take a truce, I'll take him to hell with me.
He fake apologized to Schoolboy for the.
I didn't even know they fell out
for the black hippie not working.
Mm.
Like he did a lot in that album. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna peep.
He did a lot of
as
shit
soon as I can hear out my ear again, I'm gonna peep. This shit crazy.
It's definitely worth the listen. I was bumping it. Every time I get a chance to just listen to some music, that's what's been on because I want to listen to it sequentially. See if there's any like. Sometimes they'll do like some substance with the order that they drop shit. You know what I mean? But nah, he did a great job, man. It's a good album.
Right, I believe it.
I'm glad Kendrick's back.
I'm not mad at him and his stance with Drake because honestly, I'd be the same way. I'm not.
You think so?
Hell, fuck
yeah.
Yeah.
If
I beat the top dog,
yeah,
and now I put him like he got the world looking at him different.
Mm-hmm.
Like he thought he was the top dog,
because
and made it known that he's the top dog. Yeah. So it's like this is the craziest year in a while.
Able to successfully step to Drake till now. So
facts.
And it's crazy. He's not even a rapper, bro. He's really just an entertainer. So
who?
Drake.
He's not really a rapper?
He's not no rapper, bro. He's a pop star.
You can't be both.
I mean, yeah, you can rap.
Drake's a rapper. He raps.
Huh?
He just does both.
He's a pop star.
He's both.
He's a rapper and a pop star?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'll take that.
What do you think Jack Harlow is? Jack Harlow's more of a pop star. But he raps.
I think that's like they're trying. I think that's part of the try to keep rap relevant type shit.
You know what's crazy? Before Kendrick dropped the album, I was like, a topic was Jack Harlow dropped a new song.
Mm-hmm.
It was gonna be a topic we were going to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
If I cannot tell you how crazy Kendrick Lamar's album washed that shit out of the like. Don't nobody care about Jack Harlow's song now. That shit crazy.
Nah. So
oh my god, it's so funny.
I think that's part of what I was saying earlier, like with rap being one of those people viewing it as like a fleeting art where it's not gonna last long. I think that's why people get on the rap wave and
you just need real artists
and transition to other things, like with what Post Malone did.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's a whole country artist,
right?
You know what I mean? So it's tricky with the rap.
I just feel like Post Malone,
which makes
Post Malone really was never a rapper for real. Like
right.
White Iverson wasn't a rap song.
Yeah,
White Iverson, he's singing on that.
It wasn't. But I mean,
but he definitely had hip hop influence and black culture influence, and just, when you took it, got on, dip.
Right, and then hop shit. So I mean, I think I'll call Drake smart for doing what he did because I didn't hear Drake first as a rapper. I heard him as a pop star originally. That's why I like Drake. Like
originally when
anything,
best I ever had. Okay,
do it real.
He's rapping on that. He's rapping on that. He's singing the hook and he's rapping on it. That's what made him marketable. That's what made him marketable for Wayne. Right. He's like, who's this singing?
He can
sing rapping?
Some whatever lovey-dovey shit and make it sound rappy. That's what.
Like Forever.
Right.
Forever Wayne, Eminem, and
we
Kanye.
Gonna be all right if we put Drake on every hook. Listen.
Right.
I get it. I understand because Drake can say something.
He's versatile.
And make it catchy and versatile.
Bro, it's only the past 5 years that Drake has had this downfall. Like might not even be 5.
Downfall.
This year was a downfall. This year was crazy.
He dropped something this year too.
He dropped mad shit this year, and none of it has done what normal Drake does. I think this is the first time I seen it maybe like a couple weeks ago. The first time that Drake hasn't been in the top 100 of the Billboard, and he's dropping he's dropped like 10 songs and collabs with people, but no one's it's not hitting the same because he just cut his braids. Jesus Christ!
Why you cut the braids?
Because if he could act like he's not affected by this shit, bro. I couldn't imagine being in his shoes right now. Like you have to be affected by this shit. First of all, for the first like 3-4 months that not like us was on, it was like the only rap song on the fucking radio, back to back to back or whatever. It's getting Grammy nominated. He's performing at Super Bowl. He's probably gonna perform that there. He performed on Juneteenth. He's getting like Grammy nominated. He just dropped the fucking album. You told him like he's doing like what's crazy is they're both proving each other right.
Right.
Drake keeps doing things that proves Kendrick right, and it's bad for him. And then Kendrick actually scratch that. Drake is proving Kendrick right, and Kendrick is proving Drake wrong. Because Drake would say, like, was taunting him, like telling him to drop, your quadruple entendres, and basically he goes away for like years without dropping an album. They could drop like 4 or 5 diss tracks, and then he dropped the album. First of all, if you put the 4 or 5 diss tracks on the fucking album, the album will be 16 tracks.
And I was gonna say, like, if he,
Jesus Christ,
I feel like this puts the cap on the bottle for whatever.
You know what pisses me off,
because he did drop the album. If he didn't drop the album, we still be talking about it. Like,
you know what pisses me
off?
Kendrick
again, he just disappeared.
What pisses me off is that if this was said to me like 5 years ago, a year ago, if this was said to me in the past, Drake, Kendrick, and Cole were to go head to head, I'm either picking Drake or I'm picking Cole. I was not gonna pick fucking Kendrick.
Lyrically?
Yes! At least Cole. More so than Drake, Cole.
Yeah, Cole have a better chance
bitched out
than because he can't compete with Kendrick.
No, that's not it. I don't think he can't compete with Kendrick. I think just like he says. I mean, maybe he can't because he like I could say that he can't. I could say that he can, but he can not show up.
The way Kendrick's bars are set up,
yeah, he's deadly.
It's deadly. Kendrick, Cole, I love Cole again, but it's still almost
unfair.
It's still a simple style that Cole has.
Yes and no. Cause he be spitting.
Oh yeah, no, he can spit some shit. He can spit some
like
bars.
he be spitting like nobody else.
He
for
can
real.
spit some shit. But we put Drake in that conversation because of how catchy he is. We put Cole in that conversation because he's certified and he can rap and he did it by himself, right? Kendrick, we put in that conversation because he's a lyrical monster. He's won Pulitzers. Like he's in a different bracket when it comes to words.
Yeah, he's proven that.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. Not that Cole can't compete with him at all lyrically, but if they was to rap battle, like Smack DVD rap battle,
right?
Kenny might take that.
And he probably would, but I'm glad that he went the route that he did. I mean, I'm not glad, like, because honestly, like, what are we doing? Like, that's like Kobe and LeBron, like, and I'm not balling with him. I'm not suing up for him.
Right, naturally.
What the fuck? But what's it called? He didn't want, as far as I know, what he says, he definitely didn't want his shit to go like the way Drake went, like especially because he has a relationship with Kendrick or whatever. So it's like, and he said it in like person, like in a concert. He also said it on Port Antonio or whatever.
It makes me wonder why the collaboration never happened between Cole and Kendrick that was supposed to happen on that. Remember they dropped that Black Friday song, whatever. What happened with that? It makes me wonder, you know what I mean? Like as a fan, like why didn't we ever get more from that?
Right.
Why did that never come to fruition? Is there something in the vault somewhere that we don't know about? Like, I don't know. You know what I mean?
I mean, if you look at rap, and like I think it's definitely more now than ever. The only people what you see like hella features are the weaker artists. Like most artists, not saying that they don't do features, but they definitely a lot of times now. I don't like it for real because I would want to hear the best with the best. But I think that's them showing that they can stand on their own. They can hit the numbers, do numbers, blah blah. Like oh, your shit didn't pop. Your shit only popped because Drake was on it or whatever. Like that type of shit or whatever. Like you see, but Drake's not like that because Drake will have Young Thug, Lil Baby,
right,
J. Cole, all types of heads on his shit or whatever. And that's why he also gets the backlash that he gets.
And that's what Kendrick talk about.
Right, it's tough.
It's just it's crazy.
It's tough.
It's a crazy allocation. It hits hard.
What does this mean for Kendrick? What does his new album mean for Kendrick, and what does it mean for Drake? And rate the album. Rate the album first. That's easier.
Rate the album. I'll give it a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. That's solid.
9 out of 10.
Super solid.
For Kung Fu Kenny, he has more material to pick for the Super Bowl. He's back on top. I saw someone say he was like the top 10, like his whole album was on the top charts of Apple.
Right.
Yeah,
Apple. Yeah.
So he's back on top, certified. It to me it's
doing numbers too. It's got
like
millions of streams on Spotify. Like obviously,
to me it signifies like the true total changing of the guard in at least the rap industry. Diddy's in jail. You know what I'm saying? Like shit is weird right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's a big significance in the rap game in and of itself. Drake, I feel like he's gonna be put in a position where he has to either drop something that has 1 million people on it and respond, or just sit back and continue to do some pop music, and people will still appreciate you, Drake, because you get played in the clubs all the time. You know what I mean? Like,
I got a question for you, fam. You said that Cole might not be able to hang with Kendrick. Clearly, unfortunately, like unless Drake comes out with something that like is groundbreaking, Drake unfortunately can't hang with Kendrick.
Where's the fall off?
It's coming. But what's called? Do you think Wayne can hang with Kendrick? I'm gonna say no.
Lyrically, no, because again, his style is too.
And I think Wayne's out of his prime. I think Wayne's prime was the No Ceilings, the early Carters, mixtape Wayne. That Wayne, that would have been a different ball game. This Wayne, he like a couple years from retiring. He really should retire. He's like 40-something.
Right. So no. Yeah.
You know who I think could you know who I think could hang with Kendrick? And that's like it's like he's not like some underground rapper or whatever. Eminem. I think Eminem truly could hang with Kendrick because he dropped the album. Did you peep his album this year?
I did. Yep.
I fucked with his album.
Be controversial. That was a good album. I guess it just means what you think by hang with. You know what I mean? If we're talking
as far as sparring, like dissing.
Yeah, I think there are people out there that could spar with Kendrick. A lot of
I think he respects Kendrick too much to go that route, and he really don't need to.
Just don't get the either coverage. People like Eminem, like we know, but I'm telling you, people like Benny the Butcher, he got bars. I mean, his setups are different.
How you feel about Joyner Lucas?
Joyner's, it's mixed feelings with him. He used a lot of the songs are made with that Tully app, bro. You really like use
it's his app.
I get it. I'm not saying you shouldn't use your app. I get it, but it just takes some of the authenticism out of the creation process for me. Like have you ever used it?
No.
It like literally
makes it for you.
Like you type a word and it suggests words that rhyme that could go in a sentence. It's like an AI app that uses to make songs. And like okay, creative, great. But I don't know, like.
But it doesn't make the song for you.
No, it doesn't. It just creates the
rhymes,
the words and the lyrics.
That rhymes. Okay.
Shit. Yeah. He might have made it better now, where you can actually create a whole song on there with the beats and shit.
Right.
I have some mixed feelings about Joyner. He's a good artist though. He did that backwards shit where he fucking rapped the 16 forward, rapped it backwards, and that was tough. You know what I mean?
And he's rapped with Eminem. He's rapped with.
Nah, Joyner could spar with him. Especially if he has some prep time.
Right. Yeah. I don't. Yeah. So Cole and Joyner. Who you giving it to? Who you putting above who?
I like Cole better.
Okay.
Joyner kind of did it by himself too, didn't he? Like has
Cole is just deep, bro. Cole is like will say some shit that make you use the part of your brain that you didn't know you could use.
No, and that's why I say Cole, because he is deep. He's intellectual, and he's authentic at the same time. You know what I mean? Like he does for the people. He started that basketball team over in Africa and shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
He be doing shit.
He's humble. He be on a fucking bike in New York or whatever.
Right. Like he's not. Which is crazy because in the rap game it was like all centered around how gaudy and how loud and how flamboyant you could be. You know what I mean? And how you could present yourself like a peacock. You know what I mean? Like it's like showing off egotism.
Right. Materialism. Materialistic or whatever.
To be that humble in that light is crazy.
Tough.
Yeah. It says Bible says it's harder for a rich man to get into the eyes of heaven as it is for a camel to get into the eye of a needle. That's crazy.
Okay.
That's crazy.
That's a new one. I like
That's
that.
That's a Bible statement.
That's
Look
tough.
it up. Read your Bible.
All right, we're about to get into the next topic. Dev, appreciate you, fam.
Yeah, I got tuned in on Wednesday.
Yo, please do, man. Even if you don't, bro, even if you don't, like I said, I'm clipping it. He might clip it if you like. I'm posting it as I'm posing a wager for the guy. Like, yo, like let's make it interesting. You like to debate? Let's make it interesting. It's fair game. You're gonna look cheeks. You're gonna look buns if you say no.
You know where I think the women that join this shit fuck up?
What?
They all going in there and they're mad because they're allowing the things he says to determine their value. If a woman went in there and was like, I just disagree with you, you can say what you want and feel how you feel. That's not gonna apply to me, but I disagree.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'd be a whole different ballgame.
It's around the corner. Hey, yo, let me get your mic.
Oh yeah.
You went to that though. You were like, they all going in there mad and they're letting it. That's why he's winning all those.
But bro, you gotta think like women are like just like men are like more strong than women. Women are more emotional than men, or like, and it's why like it makes sense. Like you shouldn't necessarily be disrespecting women just like blatantly like that.
He doesn't debate with men very often, does he?
No, he actually does. I'm not gonna lie, he does.
He debate with a lot of men who are like you were saying before, they're like not as like
he calls them beta men or feminists or whatever the case be is, and
but they don't go in like the way that you're getting ready to debate with them. They don't go in like that.
I don't know them to,
Yeah.
especially because if he does lose an argument, I have never seen him lose an argument except for that one with that woman. But that, like I said, they clipped it to make him look bad. But yeah, if he loses an argument, I don't think that he posts it because why would you?
I think out of all the stuff, like when because if you want to say that I'm a high value man because I offer X, Y, and Z, maybe to a woman who's looking for those things, you are. I can agree to disagree on stuff like that. But when he said a woman's value is determined, that to me, that's some shit where I'm like, that's fucking crazy.
That's crazy,
like,
but
that's
like
where I'm coming from, like, bro, because what the craziest thing is that you're basically like to say that a woman's only value is her body is crazy. But what that all that tells me is that that's the only value that you find in a woman.
Right, but but like, bro, and it's. Oh, you can open that from?
Oh yeah.
That's where just like how it hits you, everyone that's heard it, like is like jaw drops or like it's like what concerned.
I was like, I disagree, but I've heard this shit before. When you said that this dude said a woman's value is determined from birth to her legs, I'm like, yo,
crazy.
And the fact he's got a daughter,
brother, yes,
that's actually fucking crazy.
Brother, yes, but this is my thing. That's why you gotta. It's playing chess, bro, and it's like it's not even regular chess. It's not regular chess where you playing at the crib or whatever or a library, wherever they play chess at. It's on a stage of 800 people watching. So he's gonna and they commenting. They flood in the comments. And if they send in super chats to him to read the comments, they're gonna tell him he sounds crazy, and that's gonna be this is another stipulation, bro. I cannot wait. Like I swear to God, I cannot wait to type this shit up. The same way I type up the podcast is how I'm gonna type up this debate. One of the stipulations is, like I said, if you lose, you post the clip with a full clip unedited. If I lose, I'll post the clip, or you can post the clip. Blah blah. But before I say that, I'm going to be like, I'm actually question Mr. Cooley, because I'm like a lawyer or whatever. Do you admit when you're wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Now, Dev, either you're going to say yes, the obvious answer is to say yes.
Yep.
Like the predictable answer is to say yes, because if you say no, then you're invalid. Like right. That's what I'm saying. Like
you're never gonna admit you're wrong anyway.
You look crazy to say no, so you're gonna say yes. 9 out of 10, you're gonna say yes. You admit when you're wrong. Okay, so and just in case, in the event that we have this debate and you will not admit that you're wrong, we'll leave it to the audience. Yeah. So either you all they have to do is simply comment Cooley. Like Cooley wins or Cooley W, whatever, or Lion wins, Lion W, whatever the case be is. And the majority of the comments will determine the victor.
But see, you're doing to him what he usually does to other people. You're setting him up for the box.
Yes, Devin!
And that's how he.
Yes, Devin! Oh, I'm not the bust. Damn, yes, Devin.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, fam.
Yeah.
My
Take
guy.
Pictures.
Thank you,
What
fam.
time are you guys supposed to do that on Monday?
I think it's like around 8 or 9 p.m.
All right, bet. I'm gonna definitely try to tap into that because I want to. If not, send me the clips.
I got you. What's called? Are you editing them or not? You don't have to.
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw a preset on them just to make them.
Cool.
Them up.
Thank you, man.
Super quick. I can just paste it all.
Appreciate you, fam.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Bro, I'll see you guys.
All right. My guy.
Good shit.
Oh man. All right. Kendrick's album. Let's go through Future and Metro Boomin real fast because these niggas. Future and Metro Boomin, GQ Men of the Year. Future and Metro Boomin named GQ's 2024 Hitmakers of the Year. Agree or disagree?
Yeah. If Metro made
Deserved?
Did Metro make all of those beats on
their collab albums?
Metro, yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
that's good enough because like that below, not like us, like that was
right.
a pretty big song. I wouldn't say it was the biggest song,
right?
Because there was other more as far as rap songs, it's definitely like top 5, top 10 this year. Metro Boomin addresses dissing Drake on "We Don't Trust You" and "We Still Don't Trust You," saying their fallout wasn't over no girl. Okay. Me and Drake, we had a personal issue, and for the record, not over no girl or nothing silly like that. It was a personal issue that really hurt me and disappointed me. What was it, Metro? But if you take all the rap entertainment out of it, it's like, have you ever been really cool with somebody and y'all fell out over something? It happens every day. It's just regular shit. This just happens to have an audience. People really think we sat for 2 years making 2 albums to be like, yo, fuck this dude. What kind of shit is that? You really think we are going to spend that much time, effort, resources on just trying to get at somebody on an album? Which you did. Blowing budgets on 2 albums, going over budget. That's some serious hate. Neither one of us rock like that. Wait, how do you feel about that?
No, you gonna say it wasn't over a girl or nothing. You gotta just tell us what it is at that point, bro. You can't just I mean, I get a lot of people don't want to put their business out there or whatever, but you're already in the public
What's so personal and it's not over a girl? What's so personal you don't want to say it and it's not over a girl?
I don't know. To me, it sounds like it was over a girl.
That's what it sounded like to me, but that's just my
like,
take.
nah, it wasn't even about her, bro. It was about the principles.
Right. You know the type.
Yeah.
Oh shit. But yeah. And that's only one part of it because they're basically saying their albums wasn't about Drake. Not even necessarily the whole. Like you could say the whole album's not about Drake, but to say that you wasn't like sneak dissing, come on.
Yeah, no, they definitely was.
Come on, you had Kendrick Lamar on there with the light that started the whole beef.
Right, exactly.
And then you dropped the fucking BBL Drizzy shit.
Right.
Get the fuck out of here. We just gotta just own up to that shit, man. Let me put my computer on the charger before it dies. Oh my god. What's it called? Darius. You got your I gave you your mic back, right?
Yeah. I got it.
What's it called? This shit gonna be on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music or Apple Podcasts. You're doing real things nowadays. And I sent you the screenshot too, your man's. Showing love and whatnot. That's what I was gonna read that. Obviously keep it anonymous and whatnot, but maybe another time. Maybe another time. This fucking earache is giving me a chance to breathe, but they said as soon as you wrap out, we back to war. Oh, motherfucker. Oh, this shit is tricky as hell. Alright, cool. Bet.
See that Russia shooting missiles over into UK now?
Yeah, that's Biden, right?
No, Russia is shooting.
Oh, to the UK?
To
Or Ukraine?
Ukraine.
Okay, okay.
I said UK. I meant Ukraine.
Hilarious. Man. At this point, I just gotta keep my fam safe, keep myself safe, and hope for the best. At this point.
Oh, that's OD.
They fired them or whatever, and they going off like
Yeah, bro.
boom, boom, boom.
Look at these shit. Well, that's scary as hell, bro. Look at that.
That's hitting. Why isn't it like exploding?
Because they're like, I don't know what they're like consistent of. I don't know if they're like gas bombs or if they're. But like, do you see how they're dropping?
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. It's like sequential. They trying to say it's some new bomb that they done made that could get through our defenses or some shit.
That's crazy. Russia don't be fucking around. Russia know that. I don't want no beef with Russia.
That joint is coming out the sky, like out the clouds, bro.
You know what I'm tight about is that Future had said something too. This shit making my mouth numb as hell. Future had said that for Like That track, I think I might be able to pull it up. Let me pull it up real fast. Future Like That interview. Because he was saying, here we go. Future finally addresses Drake and Kendrick Lamar feud. However, the Atlanta rapper had a direct. What do you have that was direct? However, the Atlanta rapper had a direct response when addressing Kendrick kicking off the Drake rap battle on Future's song. He said, "Big 3 on my song." Future noted, speaking of fan-labeled rap triumvirate of Kendrick Lamar, Drake, and J. Cole. I'm supposed to be the one who gets mad. I'm still confused about that. Oh my god, I would have been crying as that interviewer. He added, that was so fucked up about this shit. That's what's so fucked up about the shit. To the point where I'm so played that I ain't even said anything to the public about how I felt about it. Like, why is everybody mad when he was talking about me on my song? That's crazy. So y'all just forgot about me. I am part of this big 3. I'm nobody on my song, man. He continued, if I didn't get mad, nobody should have gotten mad. If I would have been really mad about it, I made something out of it. If I would have been really mad about it and I made something out of it, whatever. I get what he's trying to say, but that's kind of nuts, in my opinion. What do you think? What do you think?
Metro. I don't know, man.
Is Future big 3? Is Future the big 3 or big 4 conversation? I've heard him being in the big 4 conversation.
Nah, I mean, yeah, maybe top 5 with making music. But like the lyricism isn't there. He kind of made the mumble rap popping.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Top 3. No, I think that's got to go with someone that's got. Not that Future don't got content. He just it's that toxic
not consistent
shit.
for real.
Yeah, it's that toxic shit.
Mm-hmm.
Future real toxic. You know what I mean?
Right.
So he doubles down on it. So I mean, that's his audience.
Has Future ever made a full like diss track? I feel like he's done sneak disses, but I can't even imagine.
Yeah, definitely done sneak disses. But yeah. I don't think so either.
Yeah, I think he just did that. Like, I don't want to say Future's a cloud chaser, but I think that was like cloud chasing a little bit.
Diss Russell Wilson a couple times.
Oh hell yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. That's
Which is crazy because that man don't even rap, bro.
Which is crazy because that man be taking care of his kid.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he claimed that son Future like he's his real blood son. That's hilarious, man.
Yep.
Oh man, y'all got me amped up about that no Fugazi Cooley guy or debate or whatever. But I'll stay on topic. So yeah, anything else about Future and Metro Boomin? Shout out to them.
I like to hear some more Future music. If Kendrick's dropping some shit, Spurs, Future dropping some shit, that'd be cool. Because it's two different vibes, you know what I mean? One you could like chill and
You want to hear them collab or not?
Not collab, just like
to bounce back and forth.
Yeah, like just to drop some shit. You know what I mean?
He's dropped 3 projects this year, as far as I know.
Future?
Yeah.
Really?
Like he dropped 2 with Metro Boomin. I think he dropped a mixtape of his own, or I think it was called. He just called it the album mixtape. I think he's trying to get out of his label.
No, he did.
Yeah,
he did.
I think he's trying to get out of his label because niggas don't be dropping 3 albums for no reason.
Yeah, and that album wasn't. It was alright, but there was a couple on. And I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" You know what I mean? Like it's like one was straight up mumbling, bro. I swear to God, he was straight up. You listen to it, right? You listen to the shit?
Nah, copyright. Don't do that.
I was about to say which song it would be.
Oh, okay, yeah. You can say the song. Don't play it.
Yeah.
Niggas be trying to stop niggas from winning. I don't like it.
Nah, it wasn't that bad. Lost My Dog had me in my feels. A-Shade Gang was alright. Too Fast was decent. So it wasn't a bad album. But I guess the Kendrick shit. And that's what I'm saying. So this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 songs. And
that was on the mixtape one?
Yeah, what's this? Go to the album. Yeah, mixtape Pluto.
I got you. It makes sense when when most artists got like 100 songs in the stash. It makes sense that they could drop like 17 songs or whatever. But it also makes sense that the real artists want to keep their songs. Like if they drop a 12 track album, that they want it to be stacked.
Metro's not on this album.
Well, the collab albums were.
I'm saying
like, We Don't Trust You.
Even in the production and engineering.
No, it makes sense because they dropped 2 albums already this year. That makes sense why he's not on this album. Like he did 2 albums with him, so he did this 3rd album with other producers.
I wonder if Top is the same Top from TVE.
I don't think so. Cause that's Top Dog.
London on the track. FPGs. Alright. That was a decent album though. So maybe don't drop something else.
Yeah, just wait till next year.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. This year's Kenny's.
3 album match.
This year is definitely Kenny's.
Cat Williams buys military base to launch movie studio. Thoughts on this?
Shout out Cat.
Shout out Cat because he started this year. The year was his.
If you need an actor or something,
rock with the boy.
Get with me. I'm trying to tap in with the Cat Williams family. Cause
we can make it happen.
Kenny shouted out Cat Williams on the album. Instead of dissing him, he shouted him out. We're gonna make Cat Williams and them proud. All right. So
that's what he said?
That's what he said. That's what he said. So,
it makes sense.
Cat, shout out the real ones. You know what I mean? I'm trying to
Cat definitely had an influence on this year. On how 2024 went, it was definitely Cat Williams kicked it off.
Set it off with Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, that's what's called it. Shannon Sharp's podcast went out of here because of Cat Williams.
Yep.
And everyone been beefing and dissing and fighting and all types of shit. And sometimes that's what needs to happen. You know what I mean? Let niggas know where you stand and whatnot. And now he's turning a military base to launch a movie studio. That's fire. Cat Williams Studios with movies?
Yeah, I would definitely. I'm trying to get in the movie. A Cat Williams movie, I don't care what they put it on.
All you gotta do is apply. You gotta just get connected with the guy. You run across him, meet him and go to a show of his and get that like cross paths.
Right.
Like, yo, try to get in the movie.
Right.
Like, you know what? I need a light skin in this next joint.
Yeah, I'm trying to get with Cat. I ain't gonna lie. Get that Cat bag.
Yeah, I hate you for that.
Cat, what's up, man?
Yeah, we
get right back in Philly. You know what I'm saying? We get right.
We might have to figure that out. We gotta figure out something. Something gotta give. But I respect it. That's definitely fire. That's definitely dope. Especially with all the talk that he had on Shannon Sharp's joint.
Military base. You know, like where does they wear in the article?
Where does it say where? I don't
An
know.
empty one, it'd probably be like in the middle.
It was an old one, so it's
Yeah.
like it was a
California.
former in Alabama.
Alabama.
Mm-hmm. So he purchased that.
That's doable. Gotta get a little bag. Go down there. Oh, that's definitely doable. Hell yeah.
Go crazy,
Hell
cat.
yeah. Go crazy, cat.
2025 around the corner. Go, Cat. Go
Tap
crazy.
in. Yes, sir.
All right, so that's enough of that. That's really not much to discuss. Obviously, we support it. If you want to offer us some, we talk business. This next one though is a little bit of a doozy. Well, not too crazy though. Equal rights, equal fights. Singer Khaled or Khalid, I want to say Khalid. Singer Khalid comes out about his sexuality.
Mm-hmm.
He's Pride Gang.
Right. Wasn't he exposed first? Is what brought it about.
You know what?
Think,
Darius, you are correct. Yeah. He was exposed.
Yeah.
Undercover controversy
is
what I would call it.
I think that aspect is fucked up that people do that. And I mean, I get it.
He was outed, as they say.
Right.
Politically correct.
And I think that's fucked up when people do that.
Hugo D. Almonte.
Right, because now his socials is blowing up. Probably his joint is probably jumping now.
Strategic.
I know, and I
he
get
played
it.
That.
I just
he played
think
that well.
I'm
not gonna lie.
Fucked up.
It definitely is fucked up. That's like that's like the equivalent of dropping airing out somebody's nudes or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
But you can't fight that in court. What's it called? Hugo D. Almonte said, "I was dating this dumbass singer. He's ugly ass fuck, but he tried to set me up and lie and say I broke into his house because I broke up with him. Like, why would I go to your house and do all that if I broke up with you, dumbass?" Oh shit.
Yeah.
And then Khaled said, on a tweet, someone said, "Wait, hope Mr. Khaled isn't gay," and Khaled said, "I am, and that's okay." He also said, "I got outed, and the world still continues to turn. Let's get this straight." And put parentheses LMAO. "I am not ashamed of my sexuality. In reality, it ain't nobody's business, but I'm okay with me. Love y'all."
Yeah.
Thoughts?
I don't know. When I heard that song, that "Bring It Right Back," I don't know. My gaydar went off, but it is what it is. Fucking 2024.
I be bumping that song.
It's a good song.
I wouldn't have said my gaydar.
Come on, bro. When the Frank Ocean shit,
he usually back it up or something like that.
Frank Ocean shit was you.
Bring it back. That's where your gaydar went off because it's "Bring It Right Back."
It's a good song. It's just
Chris Brown could have put that same thing with your gaydar go off because of that.
Chris Brown would have sung it like that. So it's something in the.
I don't know.
It's in the presentation. It's in the melody. It's something. It's the way it's his drip. Maybe it was the music video. It's his drip in the music video.
I get what you're saying.
He had Tiger in the music video. He had Chris in the music video, right? Like it was. He had mad people in the music video. They was all. Maybe it's the drip. I don't know. But
maybe I didn't see the video.
I already not assume that. It's 2020.
I could tell.
You know what I mean? Like I could fucking tell.
I could tell, but the thing is, he didn't say it, so I could tell or I could assume. But the next question is why did he wait, or why did he never come out? But he did say that it's nobody's business, but
because that's nobody's business. Because I mean, what benefit would that have? If anything, it would have hurt his career.
Oh, because the next question is this good or bad for his career?
Depending on your audience, it to start your career, people don't want to. Unless that's your platform, that's your segue into music. People, that's not what they want to hear about. They want to hear what your whatever your message is.
So at this point in his career, would you say it's good or bad for his career?
At this point in his career, it's not going to hurt it. It's going to help it. If this were to have happened before he blew up,
you would have went through some controversy.
Yeah, it might have knocked him down. Not
look at Lil Nas X. Lil Nas, I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Lil
honestly,
Nas
he
X
didn't
came
start
out with that,
right?
You know what I mean? And that was his platform. JoJo Siwa, she came out with that as her platform. So it depends on your approach. And if his approach wasn't, let me appeal to the rainbow people, then it would have. You know what I mean? I think he was just making music, and that's fine to do. And then now this happened after. So, I mean, it still sucks that he was outed. I don't think it is anyone's business. Unless it becomes your business. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Until it becomes your business, it's not your business. Is how I look at that.
I get that.
Because that's just not, you know. That's you worry about you. You worry about what you do.
Right, now that makes sense, and I think that was, obviously that was his goal because now he gets a little bit of buzz, little like 15 minutes of fame or
Right.
whatever.
Now his name's back trending. You know what I mean? And
His ex or whatever.
right.
What's it called? What was I gonna say? Damn. I think it's anytime I feel like this is not like you said, it's 2024. Like if this was the 90s or 2000s, it would probably be bad for his career. But the gays, days, like the cheese and days or whatever the case would be are like all being LGBTQ or all being like praised, uplifted, and different things of that nature. You catch a fire, brand deals and shit like that, movie roles, whatever. So it's like in a new audience, like, oh, he's gay, I'm tapped in. Like I was already tapped in, but now I'm really tapped in.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't think this is definitely this is the perfect time, and I think I'm sure from now on will always be a perfect time to come out because it's really not. It's not anybody's business. It's really not a big deal. Like it's like as long as you're not hurting nobody, you're not a P Diddy.
Right.
You're good.
P Diddy.
But what's it called?
Just freaky and like to drug people
And beat women.
and beat women. Yeah. See, that's what started the whole thing. That tape came out, and it's
tough.
NDAs are crazy, man. A lot of people sign them and they don't realize what they're signing up for. And
yeah,
I don't know.
I feel that. What's it called? Let's figure this out. Motherfucker, I wanted to download this, but I guess I can only do it like this. Next we got on the list on the ball game is relationship advice. I hear you're proficient in giving relationship advice. Is that would you agree or disagree, Darius? How you feel about it?
What do we feel about
Relationship? Give a relationship
about
advice.
giving a relationship advice?
Yeah.
I could do it sometimes, but everyone's their own individual, so it's hard to give people relationship advice without knowing who you're giving advice for. You know what I mean, to and for.
Right.
But I don't mind doing it in a general aspect.
Okay, I feel that. So what was up with since you didn't know the person I was talking about on Facebook, but you was basically saying it was the pasta and this and that.
Yeah, that was a general. You asked a general, not general, but like a specific scenario.
And you thought that was
the
right move. That was the right move for her partner to whisper that they hate them.
I'm not saying it was the right move, but it's
pasta?
Justifiable. I understand why they did that. Probably not how I would have handled it.
Oh no, it sounded like that's how you would have handled it.
They would have never got that far. So
okay.
I came in and seen you fucking up the food. Hey, we're eating out, and while we're eating, I'm going to talk to you about how you're supposed to make pasta.
How this ain't supposed to happen again?
Yeah, we're not doing this no more. Because there's no way we got this deep in the relationship and we still arguing about how to cook. You understand? So, yeah.
That's too funny.
The relationship advice is fun when it's general. You know what I mean? Like when
yeah. Well, I thought you were just saying that it needed to be when you know the person or whatever.
No, it doesn't need to be, but
it helps or whatever.
It's more actually beneficial,
accurate and whatnot.
Yeah, when you know the person. I ain't no fucking relationship therapist or nothing like that, but I don't know.
I feel that. All right, but let's get into some relationship advice then. Just trying to find a nice little story, not too long. Pause.
One of those scenarios.
All right, let's try this. This is coming from a 41-year-old male. New girlfriend coming from obviously talking about a 40-year-old woman, is uncomfortable with me visiting my daughter who lives with my ex. My ex and my daughter live in another state. I promised my daughter I would come visit for a week over Christmas. I recently started dating my current girlfriend. She's uncomfortable with me flying to another state and being with my daughter and my ex. I am not interested in my ex anymore, but my girlfriend thinks that she will try to get back with me. What ways can I make my girlfriend feel better about this trip? I'm already planning on renting a car and spending the nights either with family or friends, but during the day, I plan to be around them both. Should I not do that and only make specific times for me and my daughter? This is the first Christmas that we have not been together since she was born, and I'm not sure how to navigate being a father and dating.
Okay. Well, you got two options. Find the girl that's more understanding
Okay.
of your situation, or bring her with you.
That's a good choice. I mean,
If
she
you're
might not be able to do that,
right? If she can't, then it is what it is.
Right. That's not bad advice though.
But said things to make her feel, or even just offering to bring her with you. She might say no because she has things to do or whatever. But even just that offering
might ease her
mind. Like, okay, like he doesn't not want me there. You know, do that. You could give her the call her at the end of the day, give her a little FaceTime rundown how the day went, ease her mind a little bit.
I like that.
There are ways to.
There's ways around it.
Yeah, to communicate what's going on and to keep someone at ease.
We got another one. You ready?
Yeah.
A boyfriend.
Yep.
A male, 22 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Aggressively tries to engage in sex with me. A female, 20-year-old. Every time we're alone together, is there any saving grace? I started dating him a little over 2 months ago. He is incredibly sweet and very careful, but I have been feeling a bit off lately and find myself not wanting to be around him. As soon as we get into his apartment, he's grabbing my rear or my chest. Even if I voice that I'm not in the mood or feel uncomfortable, he'll back off for a bit, but go right back to it. We can't even cuddle or sit on the couch together without him trying to have sex with me. As a bit of background, I had a horrible relationship in high school and was often forced to have sexual acts. I had a breakdown and cried the other night because he didn't back down after I said I didn't want to. I was on my cycle, which he knew. He immediately stopped and comforted me. Since then, he keeps saying I cried during sex or makes jokes about it. I can't shake the feeling. I'm seeing the signs I saw with my first boyfriend. There's other instances that worry me. I'm currently switching my birth control and he won't use condoms. Stating he doesn't want to or forgot to put them on. The other day he came in me and I had to go to the store alone to buy the pill. Eish. This is the second time I've had to do this because he lied about coming in one time. This is my second boyfriend and I worry this is just what dating is like. I have very little experience as my first relationship was 4 years long. Is there any saving grace? I really do like him, but just not when we're alone. But you got remember she's 20.
Right. Yeah.
And he's 22. Young love.
Yeah. Woo. Find somebody more compatible that does make you feel away.
So she should break up with him.
Yeah, probably. Just because that's gonna lead to either animosity on his part, or cheating, or it's not gonna end well if you're not able to communicate that you don't feel turned on by him alone. Gotta be able to communicate. So yeah, if you feel like you can't communicate with someone, that's one of the keys to relationship. You gotta be able to communicate. You gotta trust them. If you don't got those things, then maybe you don't got the right person.
Right. Not for that.
You know? So, and not that people can't change, people do change, but it's usually over time. So if you're not willing to put the time and effort and the patience into this person becoming, I don't know, more understanding, then it's time to go. Because there's someone that's out there that's not as sexually aggressive as you worded it. Just find somebody else.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense because it
Just
already
find
seems like
somebody
it's
else.
especially since she had to buy the pill twice or
Yeah.
whatever,
Yep.
and he's a wild boy. But because like even if he breaks up, even if she breaks up with him, he's gonna be on the next one doing the same wild shit, and up with a kid.
Yeah, joking about crying while having sex is wild. Like
Yeah, it's but unfortunately I do not that I get it like I would be on that time, but like I get that even that he's technically an adult. 22 is that age where like you're like a man child,
yeah.
or like definitely the average. Like most guys are
Yep.
man children or whatever. So it's definitely on brand for sure.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I feel like there's a lot of girls that feel that way.
Now, if we do one more, which would you prefer? Doing a younger one? Oh, I can't tell if my boyfriend is racist or what.
Wow, that's crazy. That's a good one. Can't tell if your boyfriend is racist or not. Probably is, if that's the question you're having. But
Yo, my fault. Yo, what's it called? Would you rather do a younger one like in the 20s or an older one like 30s, 40s?
do some 30s, 40s. Look ahead
With some mature shit?
into my future. Yeah.
Oh, that's
You know what I'm
facts.
saying?
That's facts. This is like the fucking opposite. My husband, coming from a 40-year-old female, husband, 45-year-old male of 20 years. So it's her husband of 20 years. They've been married 20 years. Says he no longer wants sex. How do I tell him I can't live without it?
Well. No, this is a great one. That
Wait.
was a good one. This does not.
We haven't had sex properly for a few years.
Mm-hmm.
I've wanked him. Oh shit, and blown him a few times, and he's fingered me to orgasm a few times, but that's it.
Mm-hmm.
He's been to the doctors, and his testosterone levels are good. We've been to couples therapy, single therapy, and sex therapy, but nothing has worked. He just says he's never in the mood for sex and can't be bothered. He only works part-time, which was his choice, and I work full-time. We have no problems or any other problems. So there's nothing I know of that is ruining his sex drive. About a week ago, he came to me and said he'd appreciate it if we didn't talk about sex anymore. He doesn't need or want it, and he's not interested in it. He's not interested in it at all anymore. I've tried to talk to him to ask if it's me in the past, and he said no, he just doesn't feel the need for it.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, I do.
Wow.
I'm desperate for it. I don't want to cheat. I don't want to lose him. But I can't go forever without it.
Yeah.
I need to ask him if I can have sex outside the marriage, but I don't know how.
Don't know how. Yep.
TLDR, which is, I thought it was long story short. I thought that's obviously a different one. Husband says, it's just a breakdown. Husband says he no longer needs sex, but I do. Thoughts?
You gotta trust your communication. You gotta trust your marriage.
This is
right?
literally the opposite of the other one.
Right, yeah. So you gotta trust your marriage. You gotta be like, okay.
Trust your marriage?
Trust your marriage.
Okay.
And that your relationship obviously isn't based on sex. Right? Like that's not one of the gluing factors.
So she needs to give it up. Like
not saying
no pun intended.
Yeah, but like
she needs to let it go.
Husband,
okay.
No, talk to your husband as I need this. If you can't provide this, I need to seek it outside of the relationship, like she said. So you gotta trust your relationship, that your relationship with this person is strong enough to ask to have this conversation with them.
And it's not.
If he's already said I can't do it, I'm not doing this.
That doesn't usually mean go ahead and fuck other guys.
Oh, it might not, but if that's what you need, if that's what you need to feel satisfied, then
how is it, brother? How is it trusting the marriage by looking outside the marriage? I get what you're trying to say, but
if your marriage isn't made up of the sex isn't happening in the marriage, and one of the partners wants the sex to be happening,
right?
And they're able to, what's the word? Compartmentalize what happens, right? Like sex is just sex, and my marriage is my institution of marriage. Like, this is the relationship I have over here. If the partner that wants to have sex is able to compartmentalize those things and separate them, that's what I mean in trust your marriage. You know what I'm saying? Trust that your marriage will always be there. Your man's always going to be there. If he will be. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy to me to tell your woman, I'm not going to give you something, and you also can't go get it. That's crazy to me. As a woman, a woman cannot tell me that either. Yeah. You cannot tell me, I'm not going to give you it, and you can't go get it. Because guess what? I'm going to go get it.
Right.
So,
even at 40? Because you want to look into your future, right?
I hope so. I hope I have the same type of gung-ho I have now, where you're not going to tell me that. If
I would have thought it would been the other way around, because he's kind of wild. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. But I guess I could see at 40, 45 being at the age, like,
I could see 50
I don't give a fuck anymore.
Like 50 up, maybe, but even 50 up, like, he got me white.
Yeah. No, that's crazy. I can't empathize with him, because I'm like, if I ever got to the point, because I know how it feels to feel like you need it. You know what I mean? So, like, to tell someone, I'm not going to give it to you, especially your partner that you claim to love, I'm not going to give you, and you can't go get it. I don't know. It's something about that with me.
Remember, they're married. Remember, they're married. It's not just a relationship. They're married.
Yeah, so they're married. So you love that person. I think you should. And love means different things for different people, right? So to me, love means that you want someone you put almost in a way that Cooley does, where you put them above yourself.
Right. Okay.
Right. But in saying that, their wants and their needs and desires also come before yours. So if one of their wants and needs and desires don't line up with what you can give them, either you need to find a way to give it to them that you're comfortable with them having it, or it might not work. You know what I mean? At least truthfully, it might not work. It might not. There might be,
but it also might not work the other way too.
It might not.
Because if you let your, I know I couldn't do that. I couldn't be that guy.
Right.
I know I can't be fucking Adam, whatever the fuck his name.
Right.
Adam, what is it? 92.
Adam 22.
Whatever the fuck his name is. You're damn Skippy. I couldn't.
But here's the thing with them, like on their podcast, him and his girl, they be having, they're like completely open. You know what I mean? They have relationships with girls, and she has relationships with guys. Like they have that mutual understanding in their relationship, where this is separated from our relationship. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's just having that ability to compartmentalize aspects of your life, and if your partner is able to do it the same too, then great for them. If not, then you're in a sticky situation, lady. You're not actually what you want to be. You know what I mean?
Oh shit! You're in a sticky situation, lady. That's hilarious. Yo. We gotta go back to that racist one.
The racist one is crazy. I can't tell my boyfriend is racist. It probably is.
Where the fuck is it? Where is it? Oh, don't refresh, because I need to find it.
That's one of those things where if you gotta question it, then you really know what it's here for.
You know where he lies?
Yeah.
Back to the youngins. I can't tell. This is coming from a 24-year-old female. If my boyfriend, 27-year-old male, is racist or what? Oh, damn. Oh, damn. I am a black woman. And my boyfriend is a white male. I've been seeing him for about 6 months. Early on in our relationship, he mentioned he thought DEI programs going away was good, but because people should get opportunities on merit, not race. I shrugged it off and tried to see where he was coming from, but anytime the topic of race came up, he would mention how white males in culture is being erased, or white males are being pushed out and can't speak up about being pushed out. I understand where he had different experiences and tried to hear him out, but today he came over after I decorated for Christmas. He saw I had a black Santa statue, and today and commented, what? He saw I had a black Santa statue, and commented that's a statement. I guess he commented that statement. I replied, "What do you mean?" "Oh, me too, sister." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" and he went on about how Santa is white people culture.
Mm-hmm.
When he thinks of Christmas, he thinks of a white man.
Yep.
He thinks people of color should create new holidays and traditions like Juneteenth instead of stealing white people's culture. I told him as a white, I don't know what WOC. There's too many fucking like people of color. So if people of color are white of color, I know that's definitely not it. I don't know. Woman of color, that's what it is.
Yeah.
There's too many
WOC
letters,
is
bro.
woman of color.
Damn.
Yeah.
When we was kids, there was not all this. This is so hard to navigate.
The shorthand.
I told him as a woman of color, growing up is majority, and she got typos. Growing up in majority white areas, it is nice to see representation. Facts. As a child, I didn't see representation, and I would wish I was another race to fit in. Okay, I get that. I get what she's saying. He said he saw where I was coming from and apologized that I experienced that. He mentioned he wasn't racist. He's just tired of white people being silenced, and that racism is shifting to white people. Two wrongs don't make a right. Wow. I feel sad and unsure where to go moving forward. I don't feel like he's racist, but he's something I can't put a name to. Advice? That was a lot to unpack. Oh shit!
Wow. Yeah, see, and that's a problem because racism isn't something that's cut and dry like a lot of people make it. It's something that's institutionalized. It's system. It's in the system. It's in our culture. It's ingrained in our culture. So yeah, he is actually racist. Not, there's levels to that racism and the bigotry and to the viewing others as less than yourself. You know what I mean?
Now, what a part of the description was racist on his part? Just to clarify.
The fact that he is a white man in a white system acting as if his culture can be somehow appropriated by a culture that is in that same culture that he is prevalent in, and he's one of the dominating majority, that he's in majority. Like, you can't appropriate something that, you know what I mean? Like, you're not doing wrong to put a face on a fake statue that's not real, that's a different race. You know what I mean? Because that's how racism works, and racism has to be instituted from the top down. So if you're in a majority, you can't be felt. Racism doesn't affect you.
So does that mean that he's wrong and not necessarily racist? Because he feels like
right.
People are coming at white people,
maybe
or stealing
he's
white
not
people's stuff or whatever.
Racist,
blah, blah.
but he is wrong, and because he is a white man in a racist society and country, for him to say that, for him to act like he's being oppressed against when he's in fact part of the oppressor, it adds to the racism. So that's why I say he is racist.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because if you're not, silence is violence, and if you're not actively speaking out against the systematic racism that is already institutionalized, you are assisting it.
Two things. One, I wouldn't have normally asked that. Not asked that. I wouldn't have defended that because obviously I feel like he's racist too.
Right.
But just because fucking stupid ass Cooley got me in such a debating ass mood.
Right.
Like I wanted to I'm clarifying everything with people.
Yeah. To play devil's
making sure that nobody has wiggle room. Everyone's on the same page, clarifying everything.
Of course.
Second thing, you said that if you're silenced with the oppression, then you're a part of the problem.
Yes.
Did you vote?
No.
Damn it, Darius!
That is because
at least you're honest. It's bright shit in here.
This system of voting in this country is rigged. It does not matter. I knew
I can't
that
get into this with you now. We're too late in the game.
Trump was going to win the election when he faked the assassination attempt. That's when I knew.
That's when you knew. That was it. That's what did it for you.
It didn't matter who ran against him, whether it was Kamala, whether it was Joe, whether it didn't matter.
But
He had
do
won.
you see how? Do you see? I don't mean to cut you off. Do you see how you just said a point that I've been trying
silence is violence.
I was saying the different guys that were just getting like one of my guys was getting pissed at me. I was saying if you don't vote, you are a part of the problem.
Yeah.
You are helping one less vote against Trump is a vote that is a less vote for Kamala, which causes him to win or whatever. Do you understand, bro? This is too far. I know that you understand, but do you get that? I was bringing up another thing.
Mm-hmm.
We're too far past the election for me to really go in on this, but when Joe Biden won, he won. I had the stats. I think he either had 40 million votes or whatever, or he won by 40 million. Either way, Trump had the same. Like Trump had less votes, like about like a couple million or whatever than he had his first time.
Yep.
And then, but Kamala had like 40 million less than Joe Biden. Like, so that's just saying. So if Trump didn't have more votes, that means 40 million people didn't vote. Mm-hmm. But I'm glad you get the point because some people just like was like, oh,
and gerrymandering is one of the tactics that this government has enforced on this country to implement its will. There's a voting district in this state, I think it's District 19, that runs like all the way up the Hudson Valley or all up the Hudson River that no one lives in. But if you have the electoral vote for that county, it's like it's a good percentage of New York's electoral votes. The reason I say that is because it doesn't matter unless you know the rules to the game, and then you try to influence in those spots. Why do you think they only go to Ohio and Pennsylvania, northern Pennsylvania, not southern Pennsylvania? Why do they go to these specific spots? Because those are the only areas where if they sway, it's going to matter. Where I live, where I'm registered, Democrats are going to win. So it doesn't matter. That's why I say it doesn't matter. Not that it doesn't matter, because I speak out against Trump and about what he stands for and the things, but at the same time, I speak out about the entirety of what this nation stands for. It's not just Trump. Trump, to me, is a personification.
A puppet.
Yes,
or figurehead or whatever.
But a personification of what America has always been.
Right.
We've always been loudmouth, gaudy, racist, fucking big dick in your face. That's how we've always been since the inception, since the First World War. You know what I mean? Like,
what does Kamala stand for then, or what is Kamala what's Kamala's breakdown?
Blue always stands for change and for progression, allegedly. I just don't buy it, because if they actually wanted change, Bernie would have won back in 2016.
Right.
If our votes mattered, he would have won in 2016. Instead, Hillary robbed him of the Democratic national fucking nomination by stealing New York with the votes out of his hands. So it doesn't matter to me, because I don't fucking pay taxes either. I don't do that. I'm not participating in your game at all.
You don't pay taxes?
I'm not participating in their game at all.
You don't pay taxes?
No, I don't fucking report my money. For what? They take some out of one of my checks every week anyway. What do you need more for? I'm not rich.
Okay. So what about the IRS?
What are they going to do?
I don't know.
They're going to come get me, arrest me, put me in jail for a year? That's great. On federal charges, after it takes them 8 years just to do the audit. Okay? If they auditing me, who makes less than millions of dollars a year, then there's a systematic problem. Not that there isn't a systematic problem, but there are bigger fish to be fried.
Right. Facts.
So I'm not playing into the system at all. I'm not voting unless there's actual people.
So you don't get an income tax then?
What do you mean you don't get income tax? I get taxed on my income.
No, but you don't get.
I would never get it back anyway. I make too much. I owe every year. Every time I've ever filed, I owe. So I'm not.
Yeah, I get it.
I'm not giving you any more money.
Right, I feel that. Darius trying to lead the rebellion.
I'm not, and I'm not doing this with.
You're not
I'm
playing
not
the game.
playing a game that I know is rigged.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I respect that.
And there's a lot of people that don't that think that, and that like they want to have those sentiments, but then they hear people say, "Oh, well, then you're part of the problem," and they're like, "I'm like, yeah, well, then I'll just vote and I'll just fall in line." And I understand that because you don't want to be a part of the problem. You want the shit to be fixed.
Right.
The way we fix it is by, like kind of like how Quasi was saying, like putting our money together, and creating our own things and doing things
Is that gonna happen
for
though,
the people. It can happen.
Is
We
that
have
going-
the internet.
Is that going to happen?
We have the internet, so it can happen. And what it's going to take is something dramatic, and we know it. Something super dramatic. They know it. You know what I mean? It's scary, but it's doable. It almost sounds like communism. What needs to happen? You know what I mean? For the people to really take back the government for themselves. But I don't know. Just read, just pray. You know what I mean? Like just follow God, just do the right thing.
Right. That's why I said when you said the whole Ukraine on no, you said Russia on Ukraine or whatever. Like at this point in the game, especially because Kamal lost, like you just gotta protect your unit, your family, your household, yourselves, and like you said, pray, read, stay aware, and like pray for the best type shit.
Yeah.
So
and that's all we can do. That's all that's in our power. We are gods on earth. We're his vessels, but
made in his image and
we
whatnot.
aren't omnipotent. You know what I mean? We aren't all knowing. We aren't omnipresent either. You know what I mean? Like we're only humans in these skins. We can only do and say things to try to push positive vibrations. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel that.
So,
I feel that for sure.
yeah. Fuck
So
the government.
great way to end that topic. And that was such a segue because that was definitely not like a real topic that I had listed. Not funny. So my ear is telling me I need to get the hell out of here and like feel better. I got like I don't even know if it's a fever, but
I feel you, bro.
feel hot as shit.
I'm hungry my damn self.
Yeah, I'm hungry, but yo, bro, I haven't even been eating like that. I've been eating ice pops. That's what really been it because my freaking jaw is like swollen and shit. Oh my god, I hate my life. Anyway,
crazy.
What's it called? Do you have anything else to say to the people before we get out of here?
Anything to people? Nah, man. Just move with love and integrity, and give God His glory, and He'll continue to bless you.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? Listen to that Kendrick album. That shit is
Kung Fu Kenny.
That Kung Fu Kenny got it going.
Apparently he did it again. I'm gonna tap in. I heard pieces of it. I'm sure that it's fire, but my ear needs to heal before I listen to anything.
Yep.
Yo, Darius, as always, bro, I appreciate you coming through, my guy. Mad love for you, and I can't wait to continue. I can't wait to see what the new year brings because it's closer than around the corner. It's like up the street. But yeah, as this shit continues to go in the right direction, like I plan to have you keep coming back to the podcast, and hopefully like a deal will come, or like there's just like the opportunities are endless, and the possibilities are endless, and like hopefully you'll link up with Cap next year.
Yeah, bro. Now you told me that, I'm definitely gonna try to make it happen. I've always wanted to like be an act. Not always wanted to be active. It's always been like
I can see it. I can see you on Power.
You know what I mean, and I tried out for They actually accepted me, but I ended up canceling on them. I was gonna be in Pretty Little Liars. I ended up canceling on them.
Yo, what? That's the most light skinned thing I heard.
This for the guy, but I'm gonna try to pop in and get on a different show.
You should, bro. Yo, I can't disclose this, but
yeah,
I can't disclose this, but I applied to be on a show. But I haven't been keeping it mad hush hush until I get the okay,
get the confirmed word.
But now it's I got this clip. Mm-hmm. This clip is here. If I get it, nigga, I'm pulling it back up. I swear to God.
Let's go.
Swear to God.
Blessings all 2025 going up.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Go ready, bro.
Oh shit! Another one.
Another one.